What's going on, guys? It's your boy Darian Gilliam, aka Black Flags Matter, back for another edition of the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. Sorry for the slight technical difficulties there. I had them. I had the stream showing for like a second and stuff like that at the very beginning. But hey, it's all good. I am joined by our usual podcast panel and the one and only IDK player on the famous NR Night in America. Let's go. How's it going, bro?
How's it going, man? Thank you for letting me back on. I haven't been on here in like a year, and I'm so excited. Whenever you guys messaged me the first time to do this, I was so excited to do it.
No, thank you for hosting these NR Night in America events. Again, folks, don't forget to tune in to tonight's NASCAR Weekly Podcast 400, the NWP 400, and we have just over $600 on the line for the main winner tonight. And Jared, explain how we can up the purse in tonight's stream.
Oh God, we're gonna do this early.
Yeah,
All right,
just do it. Yeah. Just get out the way really quick.
All right. So, as you know, we have super chat segments and everything. Well, for as much money as y'all super chat, we'll combine and add. We'll match that and put it into the purse. The podcast will. So,
should we cap that somewhere?
Yeah, we'll see. Nah. We'll see. I mean, I'm good either way.
We're already at $10. We're already at $10. So. But yeah, we'll have that ready to go for you. So,
nice.
Currently the purse right now is at 600. So right. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe we can get more than 3 digits tonight. I don't know.
We'll see. But really quick, thank you to Gordon for the $10 super chat. That will be read at the top of the hour. Okay, let's get right into it. Michigan. We had 2 of the podcast panel head out to the race in person. So Danny and Jared, give us your thoughts on the Michigan race.
It's hot.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm really excited tonight. I don't know what is coming up for me. I'm excited too. I'm sitting here. I don't know what to do with my hands. Anyway,
jittery.
Michigan. The thing that I really liked about Michigan, I think Rusty Walrus put that because I think he was there. But it really captured the feel of it is, and maybe it wasn't this way for some people, but for me, it felt like an old school Michigan race, like in the mid 2000s, in the early 2010s. The stands were pretty packed for the most part. There was a great atmosphere. When I went to the Xfinity race, they had us in a certain section, but it was a very, very packed section. I got my tickets early that day.
Wait, hold on. We got a $100 super chat. Appreciate it. TDP. Thank you so much, bros. Timothy, I appreciate it. Let me read this really quick. Let's up the purse to $700. Have a great podcast tonight, guys. Have fun tonight on the iRacing event, and let's have fun at Daytona this Saturday. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Timothy. Appreciate it so much for the $100 super chat. Okay, Jared, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Okay. No, all good. The atmosphere was just absolutely amazing. I mean, there were people talking to each other, trash talking to each other. Fans were doing stuff all over the place. There's a lot of stuff up, a lot of vendor tents. It was just all around a really fun atmosphere outside of the racing product. Now, the racing product itself, I think we can have like mixed reviews on back and forth with it. I thought the Cup race, we'll start with the Cup race. I thought that was all right. I think that people at the track probably got a better experience than those that were at home. Because like I looked on Twitter and I listened to like NASCAR XM radio, and it was like listening to 2 different worlds altogether. Twitter was saying it was the worst damn thing ever. They threw a Mickey caution of pretend rain. I will tell you, it was raining. But then you look on like
it did rain. My shorts had some big raindrops on it.
It did.
Well, and then you look at you listen to the radio people, and there were people legitimately saying this was the best race of the year.
We officially have game.
So
sorry.
All good, man.
All
good. All good. But anyway, I thought it was an okay race. I thought it was like between a 4 and a 6, probably a 5 out of 10 race. It was average. It wasn't anything special. It was a little too difficult to pass, unfortunately. It was like obnoxiously too difficult in my opinion. It can be too difficult and still be good racing, and I think that you kind of knew once the leader had the lead off of 2, they had it for another 30 laps, give or take. But that's my take. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Well, that's exactly the race that I think I saw on TV. And you giving it a 5 out of 10, watch out. People are going to come after you for that because I have been reliably informed that this was the best Michigan race of all time by
Jesus.
a lot of fans, not only on YouTube, but even on Twitter. Like Twitter, yeah, there's a lot of negativity on Twitter about the rules package. Was also a surprising amount of positivity, I thought for this race. In a nutshell, watching at home on TV, this race passed the eyeball test. It was close. The leader never got away. There was a decent amount of passing and at least, close racing from second on back. But like you said, Jarrett, anyone who watched this race closely at all could see that, the leader couldn't get past in clean air. It was really a battle for second.
Yeah, your only chance to make the pass was on a restart because once everyone got the full momentum, that clean air really came into play.
Yeah, and good old Ryan Blaney took full advantage of that. The first time in his Cup Series career that he scored multiple wins. So 2 wins in the win column, 6 career Cup Series win. Unfortunately, poor Austin Dillon, though. Austin Dillon, I'm going to be honest, looked like he had the car to beat in the end, but unfortunately he didn't get to the end there because Keselowski decided to... him and Keselowski made contact.
Well, I don't know. He slipped off a little bit, so I don't know if he really had the car to beat. He did, but he was going to get a top 5.
It was, at the very least, a top 10 car, right?
Going back to the finish real quick, it reminded me of another race I went to. I think I said it in my video, and I said it like at the track. It reminded me of last year's Kansas race, just like kind of watered down version, where it's just like you knew that Blaney, like unless Blaney had a serious mess up or overshot the corner somehow, like he was going to win. Like I love NASCAR being like, it was the closest finish at Michigan ever. And it's like, yeah, but it was like, wasn't really the closest contest.
Wait, so I want to point that out because I remember that Kansas race very well. Twitter was loving it. And they were like, oh my gosh, this is great. The last couple of laps, that was it. It was horrible. There was no passing. I was really pissed off as a Kevin Harvick fan, losing to Joey Logano. But I remember everyone talking about how great it was. And then Austin Dillon, this man has had like the worst wrecks ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
that wasn't even the worst wreck of his career. That's the scary part.
That's the funny part.
That's the scary part about it.
That wreck, like watching it live, like I'd been watching that battle at the end of that stage for like 2 or 3 laps, and like Dillon all race was incredibly aggressive. You could tell like that he was feeling the pressure with playoff, cut line and all that, with the playoff cut line and all that, but he had actually like bumped, or it looked like, at least from my view, I didn't have an up close look at it. It looked like he kind of bumped, and it was kind of like nudging Keselowski a little bit, because it's like he was bumping and getting into people a lot. And so I'll be real, at first I thought Keselowski had actually like turned him as revenge, like until I heard that really admittedly funny clip of him on the radio.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Oh
no, when he was just like, oh, like he sounded like that one old meme video on YouTube that I love you and I miss you. Like he sounded like that. And so when I heard that, I was like, okay, he didn't do it on purpose. But man, that was scary in person.
I couldn't imagine what it looked like in person. On TV, it really looked bad because they cut to it right away, and Junior was like, "Oh, Keselowski's around again," like sounding hysterical as usual and stuff and all that. But shout out to Pennywise for the $50 super chat. It will be read at the top of the hour. Really appreciate it. But yeah, at the very end of that race too, you could tell like. Wasn't Larson trying to help Byron around the 12, but just couldn't do it? Or I could be mistaken.
Maybe? I'll be real. Like being
That's what it looked like.
I was focusing on Blaney.
Okay.
Well, they played the audio, and I apologize if my audio is a little rough. Hotel Wi-Fi and earbuds, trying to do my absolute best. But yeah, according to TV, there was radio communication throughout the race between the Hendrick cars trying to work together. So I think on that final restart, they were racing each other for sure, but like. They were also on the straightaways at least trying to line up, and they get close. The problem is once you got it behind somebody, you'd start pushing the leader away. So there came a point where you didn't want to keep drafting behind the leader. You wanted to actually get out to the inside or the outside, and it just even on the straightaway, the arrow was an issue passing the leader. That was the problem I had watching it. Again, past all the eyeball tests, close racing. I'm not going to say it wasn't exciting down the stretch, but it wasn't as competitive as it looked on paper, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
And then also, like, again, to confirm, it was actually raining when that caution came out. Correct, guys?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And like it was like, because I heard it was, like I think Moody was in 4, and when they were saying the radio, he was like complaining that it wasn't raining, and I'm like, oh my god, the one time that you can like agree with me on something, man.
The one time.
No, but at the same time, like I think Gino was sitting like towards 1, and he was getting rained on too. So like
Yeah.
it was raining all over the front stretch. Like I know my parents were pretty upset with it in person because they're not as like on top of all of it all the time as the way that like we are. But I think NASCAR made the right call with it. Like, and trust me, I've been ripping on NASCAR officiating all year, and had they not had the bad officiating leading up to it, I would have ripped on it. But I am so glad that they're better safe than sorry.
Yeah,
So
don't want another
right
New
call.
Hampshire incident at Michigan where the cars are going way faster. So
180 miles an
So-
hour.
yeah.
So I have a question. I saw this on Twitter. I think it was either a driver or someone that said, "You guys want old racing," and showed a photo of like old racing before, and then showed the finish of like a race back in like the 90s, and then showed the finish to this, and he said, "This is racing is better." You want me to pull it up? Do you know what I'm talking about? I forgot.
I know what you're talking
I don't think I
about.
saw it.
There's so many classic images like that you
Yeah.
can find. So it's
You-
nothing new.
Yeah.
I would ask this: do you think the racing is better today than it was in the early 90s at Michigan as like a hardcore NASCAR fan?
I can't say because I haven't
Yeah.
watched those in depth.
And I mean, like to Eric's point, this race did pass the eye test. But again, I personally prefer a package where guys can use the best of their talents. Even Ryan Blaney in the post-race interview was like, "Yeah, I mean, we were caught in sort of an air bubble all day when you were behind somebody." Like the race winner even admitted that too. And then even in the post-race, I think he had reference to. I guess the fan base wants this package. See, like, I haven't seen much of that, to be honest with you, but, I mean, could be
I
different.
think
But the
I think-
council.
I think
Yeah.
personally, which I don't know what it was like watching these races in person, but I kind of preferred the like late 2000s, early 2010 style Michigan races where it come down to a lot of strategy.
Yeah, I missed those ones. Like, in 2005, when Mayfield beat Scott Riggs on the last lap, on fuel mileage, like, that was awesome. I missed those days.
2007 in person was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, I will say, like, I did not have the greatest expectations going in, and I do think it exceeded what I thought it would be. Because Michigan, I mean, let's be real, the Michigan races in the last 2 or 3 years have been pretty atrocious, and I still think there was plenty of racing in the field. I think the problem, a lot of fans who had a problem with this race is from at least what I've been told. Again, I did not see the broadcast, so I'm not sure, but it sounded like a lot of people said they just focused on the front people all day. Like there was racing in that 11th to like 25th range that was really, really good, like 10, 15, 20 laps past the restart. I don't know how much of that they showed with you guys.
They
though.
kept up with, like, the top 4 when they were in a pack, usually most of the day. So, and they would just,
Okay.
they would just sit there, unfortunately, not do anything.
Like it
That
was
was the problem. They focused on, because the top 4 or 5 were always right on top of each other, they were afraid to take the cameras off of them. The problem is they just weren't doing much. The top 4, they were close, but nothing was really happening. So we did miss, I think, a lot of the mid-pack action.
Yeah.
like when Kyle Busch had those pit problems, and like when Bubba when his car started to turn on really well, even if it did have its number on the roof upside down, it like they were like weaving in and out of traffic, and like 3, 4 there was 5 wide racing at one point
Yeah.
in the pack. Like the racing in the pack was fun. So I like, that's why, like, my rating is actually, like, I think higher than it would have been if I had watched on TV. Like, I thought it was better than the last 2 years of Michigan races, to be real with you.
Yeah, same here. I definitely agree with that. And thank you so much to Movement for becoming an official BFM channel member. I really appreciate it. And now moving on to the playoff cut line with one race remaining. Here's
Is
how
it boring?
It is. Well, everywhere else it is, outside of the 16th and 17th place positions, of course. But 16th and 17th, it's a solid battle here. So Tyler Reddick sits plus 25 points above his teammate Austin Dillon. And again, if Austin Dillon would have finished this race, that would have been a lot closer, in my opinion. Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Well, Reddick had issues on the final restart, and I think had a flat
He
tire.
did, yeah. And I was like, dang it, if only he stayed in the race. Damn. But
This,
Yeah.
this might be spoilers for later on in picks, but I'm just gonna say I don't think either of the RCR cars get in.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So like RCR, like just picture this: before Amarola won, they were in the perfect situation. We're gonna get both our cars in the playoffs. Let's go here, and then Jonathan's boy wins. Eric Amarola, aka the Cuban Missile, wins. Baby.
The Cuban Missile.
Then all of a sudden, RCR is in a bit of a bundle here, unfortunately. So either one of their cars can make it, or none of their cars will make it after Daytona, unfortunately. So. It's going to be a very chaotic race for those two.
I think we can talk about it without spoiling picks. Like, who's the biggest threat to the RCR guys?
Ooh.
What people?
Can we say
it's a group of people?
I'm going to say, because he's got 4 locked-in Toyotas, Bubba Wallace is the biggest threat.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that too. I'd say right now, yeah, Bubba Wallace, because, I was watching Eric's video today, and Eric did mention pretty much every other Toyota driver is good to go, it seems. The Joe Gibbs cars are good.
There's no reason for one of them to win this weekend, and Denny Hamlin obviously having that bias in there. If he's in a position, yeah, he wants to win another race at Daytona, but if he's in that position where Bubba's in front of him, he's not doing anything but blocking. He's going to race like Dale Sr. did in the 1-500, where he's blocking for the cars he owns.
He's going to pull a Dale Sr. on the.
But
well, no.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I feel like we're underestimating guys like DiBenedetto, Stenhouse, Priest. I would even say I think we're underestimating someone like Corey LaJoie. Even like these are people who can keep their stuff clean and run up front at these tracks and have shown it in the past. So
yeah, that's true. Spire will give LaJoie a good car for Daytona. He had a decent car in the 500, I remember.
What about DiBenedetto?
Yeah, he's a contender too. I have Stenhouse as my number 2 pick.
But see, with DiBenedetto at this point, I don't think he has enough. He doesn't have that same trust with teammates. I think he can rely on to help him like Bubba will this weekend.
Right.
What about what if it's the 21 and the 43 going for the final playoff spot in the last lap? Like I feel like that would be something that'd be really fun.
Nostalgic as hell, man.
Eric Jones ain't bad either.
He's not. No, he's not. I mean, his track record: won at Daytona in 2018, first career Cup Series win, and then won that shit show of a Bud Shootout or whatever it was called, Sprint Unlimited, Busch Clash. Oh, Busch Clash. Yeah, that's right. See, I don't even remember the race's name anymore. But.
And I think Eric Jones, he's got a special thing with Bubba this weekend. They're both in Columbia cars this weekend.
Yeah. Danny said that in our little group chat there. That's gonna be nice. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. Now to the ratings. The Cup race over the weekend scored a 1.5 rating with 2.5 million viewers, up 200K over the Sunday race in 2020. So I mean, guys, another W in the NASCAR ratings column, of course, but this is good progress, especially for Michigan, right, Jarrett?
Yeah, I think it's good progress, and I'm happy that it's up for a race that's traditionally like a down race for ratings overall for NASCAR. So I'm happy with it. Any time that we can actually get like an upward trajectory instead of like flatlining, I'm happy.
Right on.
Yeah, I mean, last year's race was it was the second of a double header, so I'm not sure like maybe people were burned out after watching Saturday's race. They didn't tune into last year's Sunday race, maybe. But at the same time, maybe Saturday's race was almost like marketing, like an advertisement for Sunday's race. So maybe more people would have tuned in Sunday. I don't know what to make of it, but you're right. 2.5+ million viewers on cable, biggest sporting event on TV this weekend. I think that's solid.
Yeah.
Beat out all the NFL games, even the primetime ones.
Yep. Right.
I get it's preseason, but it's still good to beat the NFL.
Yeah, whatever. Good to beat them whenever, right? All right, and now to the poll, the famous Iceberg poll. Jarrett, how many people voted on this week's Iceberg poll? No new poll record, of course, right?
No, okay. But we did get up over the previous week, I believe. We have 13.8 thousand votes this week. Yeah, and we have 44% saying this was a great race. 37 say it's good, 13 average, and then 3 apiece for each of below average and bad, meaning that we have a net negative of 6%, and we got a net positive of, I believe, 81%. So
that's not bad.
I'd have to check numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's the highest voted Michigan race.
Yeah, by far. Probably by far. Not even close.
All right. So comments here. Plasminium says, that's a name. Says, Byron, finally, another win. Blaney and Kyle Busch. Bonjour.
No. Yeah, you thought.
Let's see what else we got here. I'm trying to find new people that don't leave paragraphs. OBG Gamer, I think it's been a while since I've read one of yours, says this is the best Michigan race I've seen in a long time. Let's see. Dom says, oh, Jesus.
Oh, what is it? What is
Silver Spoon Kid, you've chosen the wrong side, Anakin. I have the high ground. Brad, are you sure about that? Jesus.
You're always going to find some type of Austin Dillon hate.
CP says best Michigan race in a decade. Normally a skip for me, not today. Solid.
Whoa.
Jack on the track says even if this package isn't great, that finish as well as the rest of the race was awesome. Maddie D got 6th, so that's bonus points.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me scroll down. I want to see if we can get some people that might have been buried in the comments.
Yeah,
here.
we're always trying to find some new people. Yeah, always some of the same.
Saluting Gecko says, who would win, Austin Dillon with an actual fast car or super aggressive Brad?
Ooh, I'd say Dillon. I mean, like Michigan's like one of those tracks that he's pretty good at. If you look at his past performances.
I don't think you're getting that there, and that's literally what we saw on Sunday.
Yeah.
Need for Speed 5353 says, I lost my will to live after this race, but besides that, it was great.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry to hear that.
Man, that's pain.
Alex Fox says that it was an interesting finish, but I think saying the whole race was good is an overstatement.
Oh my gosh, dude! You guys keep sending the $50 super chats. Really appreciate it. Again,
you got one from Darth Sidious. I saw.
Yeah, I see
Emperor
that.
Palpatine.
You gotta add all these up.
I know.
Oh, it'll add it up
Yeah,
for us
yeah,
after.
we'll add it up for us. Yeah. But
All right, we
thank
got
you
the
guys.
last comment here. It's from Gatorade Cup Series X94. Is that positive or negative?
Yeah, we know what it is. Negativity.
Any kind of something Cup Series, it's a negative.
Yeah.
Eric.
Oh,
IDK?
dude.
Positive or negative?
For the race?
Yeah. Or no,
No,
for
for
the
this
comment.
commenter.
No. We tell you who the commenter's name is. It's the last comment. Is it positive or is it negative?
Negative.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Read it for us.
Mr. Gatorade says the only reason people like it is because of the finish. Besides that, nobody could pass the leader all day. If you had the best push, you're guaranteed the win. Look how Custer won Kentucky last year. Best push.
It leans negative, but honestly, that's pretty fair.
Yeah, that's like the nicest negative comment I've heard.
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism, of course.
But yeah, that's the poll.
Yes, so that will do it for another edition of the famous Iceberg poll. But the Cup Series wasn't the only series to race over the weekend. We had Xfinity Series action. And, you know, even though AJ Allmendinger won, I got to say, Josh Berry absolutely stole the show, coming in that car last minute. And, you know, it's perfect timing on the week he announces he's, you know, joining the Xfinity Series full-time next year, too. I mean, a solid performance by him.
And
what'd you guys think?
that crowd was so partisan to Barry. It was so fun to troll them after the race.
Well, what I think this proves is that Junior Motorsports is putting out good cars and all their equipment, because that's the same car they would have gave Michael on that.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with the driver who's in it.
Dang. Yeah, Josh
That
Berry.
3-wide move he made around the outside, I forget of exactly who it was now off the top of my head, but that 3-wide move he made going down the backstretch and then sliced between two lap cars. He went from being third, like a half second back, to in the lead a half second ahead in one straightaway. It was pretty impressive.
Tyler, what the hell, bro? And he's racing tonight, too. Thank you so much for the $100.
He's betting on himself.
Yeah, he says good luck tonight. So yeah, he is betting on himself.
It's like I'm gonna get this back.
Hey, yeah. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Okay, continue.
I will say it was really, really cool to see Allmendinger, like this is his first win on an oval, right? Or is it like one of his first?
It's one of his first because he won
Okay.
earlier at Atlanta.
No,
this season.
he won at Atlanta last year and he won at Las Vegas.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
one of his first.
This is his third win on oval.
Mhm.
But to see him basically like in the last 2 weeks, just pretty much prove like, yeah, he belongs like in NASCAR like this. Cause I know a lot of people still always go back and forth like, oh, he shouldn't be here. He's only good at road courses. And it's like, no, like he's
They don't
damn
watch.
good.
I mean, that goes back to a video I made last week. He's just had a resilient NASCAR career. You can never tell him to quit because, I mean, he came in with Red Bull, should have been a good operation, but didn't work out. Then somehow got himself into Penske, got suspended, built his way back up, won a JTG. They released him, thinks he's done, goes to NBC, does things for a little bit, and then boom, gets some part-time gigs. Now he's back full-time. You can't tell him to quit. Resilient driver, and it's good to see him finding success.
Yeah, he's had
Now-
one of the most interesting careers for sure.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we think he's good enough to challenge people like Cindric or Allgaier for the championship?
I think
right
so,
now,
but
yeah.
The equipment's good enough.
Yeah, but right now, yeah, definitely. I think so. I mean, do I think he's going to win the championship? Honestly, no, but I think he can come damn near close to it.
I think he will be in the championship four. I will say
Yeah,
that.
I think he'll be in the championship four, but I don't love his odds at Phoenix necessarily.
Yeah, that doesn't play.
That's
Well,
Cindric's track. I don't know. That's Cindric's track. to me.
I don't know necessarily because it does play good for road course drivers because of all the braking that you have to do and the sharper turns.
If he made it and won the championship, it probably would be one of the most fun championship celebrations we would ever see.
I said this when he won the Xfinity race. He treats every win, doesn't matter if it was the Cup win from the Sunday before or the Xfinity win on Saturday. He treats every win as if it's his last win in NASCAR ever because in his case, he doesn't know when it's going to come again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Danny even made a video on it too. I mean, did you see the way he's like came through the sport? I mean, you had the drug issue, early in his career. He went through Richard Petty. He went through everything. And honestly, we need more drivers like him. The way he celebrates, like it's every single type of like win. Like every time you win, it could be your last. And sometimes in the Cup Series, you see guys when they're like, "Yeah, thanks."
By the way,
I gotta do video.
By the way, IDK, the purse for tonight's race is over $1,000 right now. By the way, it is.
They've been keeping track of it. People are keeping track of it right now. I'm getting
this is nuts. But in conclusion, though, AJ Allmendinger has had one of the most interesting careers in NASCAR. Period. And this whole resurgence tour he's on now, it's amazing to see. Wish we had more personalities like his in the sport. Would definitely make the sport a lot more interesting for sure. But now another interesting part about the Xfinity Series season, the playoff cut line. 4 races remaining, and here is the cut line battle. Good old Riley Herbst. The Riley Herbst experience has taken a dramatic turn. He's above the cut line, ladies and gentlemen. 41 points above none other than the one and only Michael Annett, who's missed how many races so far?
3 races.
Yeah, but
only took him missing 3 races to get that.
Yeah, but hey, Riley, I'm not gonna. Hey, at least you did it, bro. Congrats. Still have some races to go here. But Michael Annett, he's right there, so we'll see.
Is Michael out this weekend or is he racing?
Oh, I have no.
Have they announced? Because I know that they said that the reason he was racing at the Glen was because there wasn't as much force on him as there would be when in the corners like at Michigan.
If he's dealing with leg issues, I wouldn't recommend super speedway racing.
Yeah, it's very risky there for sure because of the big wrecks. And
I think I'd probably look into getting
a sub driver. Yeah. Hey, Junior, come back and race for us for a little bit.
The chat's
not
he is racing.
No,
the chat's saying he is racing. I haven't looked at the entry list yet to know if he's on it.
Yeah.
Have they even released that yet?
So Trevor Sports 98 in the chat says, yeah, he's racing, and then some others. So I guess he is racing. I guess he's on the entry list.
I think one of the reasons he sat out like Indy is because, is it his left leg that's bothering him? Because I thought it was something about that. Having to be on the brake pedal perhaps so much was his biggest concern. And so I think coming back at Watkins Glen, he thought he could do it, and it re-aggravated it. So that's why he sat out the road course, and then Michigan. I have no idea. So I'm not sure exactly the nature of his injury, but it could just be at least at Daytona, you're flat-footing it with your right foot the whole time. So if that's not the one that's injured, as long as he doesn't get in a big crash, which is always likely, he probably won't be re-aggravating the injury too bad.
And you also have to remember, too, Noah Coleman mentioned this in the chat. He has been injured at Daytona before in his career. I think it was like either 2013, 2014, one of those years. He was hurt in the season opener. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And then the final race, or excuse me, the first race that opened up the entire weekend, the Truck Series at Gateway. Sheldon Creed advances to, what is it? The round of 8 is the next round in the Truck Series, I think. So, yeah, he advances to the round of 8. There were some chaotic moments in the race too, and also Deegan gets her first career top 10, a power outage. What did you guys think for whoever watched it?
It was a race that never ended.
Yeah, dude, these Truck Series races, man. There's always been something happening, whether it's like the drivers racing like fools or like there's some type of track issue or something like that. Like Gateway is sponsored by Worldwide Technology, and they had a power outage. But the backstory to that, apparently a freaking semi truck hit the power transformer, I believe that's what it's called, and basically that caused the power outage. So they were able to get it back in time. But then once the Fox broadcast was back on, it was like a throwback to 1992 with no leaderboard and stuff and all that. So they did the best they could under the circumstances. But I want to go more in depth here. Just so Hailie Deegan, first career top 10 in the Camping World Truck Series. Now she becomes the 5th female to score a top 10 in the series, but she's the first to do it at a track that wasn't Daytona. And also another eye-popping stat, I didn't know this, she does have 0 DNFs this season. So she is definitely getting all that needed track time. But hey, Eric, what do you think? We have criticized her in the past this season on performance, but I think, it's starting to progressively get better and better as time goes on.
No, yeah, that is the one thing I think we even talked about on the show, is that at least she's finishing races. She's not wrecking stuff. She's not wrecking other people. Usually she's been pretty mature and patient on the racetrack. She just hasn't had consistent speed. So I'm sure everyone in her camp, many of her fans were hoping that she would get that top 10 maybe a couple weeks earlier, a couple months earlier in the season. But better late than never. Still, 7th place run at a non-super speedway, kind of a short track, a tough track, a rough track. She deserves, a lot of credit for it, and I hope it's, indicative of more top 10s to come this year and next year, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Jarrett, any thoughts on
that? I noticed she was around that area where there was was it a crash at the end? Again, it was late, and I was having to leave 3 hours after that. But again, she's just staying out of trouble, and that's the big thing. Yeah. I feel like she improves, coming we've talked about before. She improves when coming back to different tracks and stuff, and I felt like this one fit into her wheelhouse a little better than some of the other tracks have. It still was definitely a surprise, I would say, especially after we saw how she did at the dirt races. We expected her to do at least semi-decent, and she did pretty bad at those. I didn't expect a top 10. I expected her to get a 15th. Funny thing, she was the highest finishing driver in my DraftKings lineup that night.
Hey, let's go. You got some money then, right?
No.
7th place is your highest finisher. That's a rough day.
I didn't know if you better on getting a top 10 or one of those small little bets or something like that. But yeah, the line.
No, I just put her on my. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Yeah,
one good night
for sure. And now moving on to the Truck Series playoff situation. So John Hunter Nemechek is plus 55 in P2. Ben Rhodes plus 52 in P3. P4 is Matt Crafton plus 33. Stuart Friesen plus 31 in 5th. Austin Hill plus 21 in 6th. Carson Hocevar in 7th plus 13. And on the bubble is Todd Gilliland in 8th plus 10. And below the cut line are both Zane Smith and Chandler Smith, 9th and 10th, both minus 10 and minus 18 in the standings.
What's the next truck race?
What is the next truck? I don't
Darlington.
know. Okay, so Darlington. Okay, so I don't know. I'll be honest. Sheldon Creed, he's pretty good there too. So he might snatch another win and stuff. But
yeah, you mean Creed?
Creed, that's right.
Creed. I like Chandler Smith's odds coming from 10th back actually.
Yeah, and Chandler Smith and Zane Smith, they both had mechanical problems too. And KPM, they had their worst race of the season, honestly, because Derek Griffith, who's been on the show, he was on the show last year, made his debut for them, and I think he was involved in some type of wreck. Chandler Smith had some type of problem, and then apparently John Henry Nemechek just wasn't having any luck that night too. So very odd night for sure.
I like Chandler Smith at Darlington and Bristol to make solid runs and get out of that hole he's in.
Yeah,
still need to. It could have been a lot worse for a lot of those drivers down there, like Zane Smith, Chandler Smith, who were both behind the wall. After they had their issues, they kind of got lucky that like Hocevar, Gill, and Austin Hill, I think, I don't know if anyone else were caught up in at least one of those big rig wrecks. That kind of saved them at the end of the day, keeps them within striking distance.
Yeah, definitely for sure. So still a lot of time in these Truck Series playoffs.
I see you in the chat, Radman.
Yeah, hey Radman, bro. I don't know if you noticed, dude. The purse is gonna be huge tonight. That's for sure. So
okay, so I need to talk about that. I need to talk about that quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Because Radman made a good point in the group chat. He's like, okay, we might have to sprinkle that down because if it's $1,000 for the win, iRacing has 15 overtimes allowed.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about it after.
We'll get to it.
Don't forget YouTube takes their cut as well.
Yeah, you gotta remember that.
You're not getting all that.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see.
We're getting enough.
Yeah. All right, and now moving on to the famous mailbag question on the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. And whoa, Nanny, this is a long one this week. It is from the one and only MV Rauner, right?
MVR owner. MVR owner.
Oh, MVR owner. Oh my goodness. See, I can't say names worth a lick at all. So appreciate it, bro. Today's mailbag question reads: Hello, Danny, Jarrett, excuse me. I said Danny.
It's your own name.
I know. Take it.
Hello again.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, messing up again. Hello, Danny, Jarrett, Darian, and Eric. I first want to say thank you to all four of you for the time y'all have put into working on your YouTube channels. The podcast, the website, etc. It's great to see the NWP community grow the way it has since it started back in 2018. Here's my question. As a group that has built and grown a very successful community on your YouTube channels over the past few years, do you have any advice for someone like me who is trying to take the next step towards becoming serious with making YouTube as a part-time career while still focusing on college, work, and supporting my family? When I mean serious, I mean like making professional content even though you barely have time to do it, instead of making something amateur that you could create in less than 30 minutes. Thanks again for everything you do in the NASCAR community. Well, thank you very much. Who wants to answer that first?
I think I have a good, solid answer for that. And really, it's just find every opportunity you can to learn about what it takes to make YouTube content. Learn what kind of content you like to watch, learn what kind of content you'd like to make, learn how to make that content, and then just find different ways to keep staying active making content. Like for me, I had a YouTube channel back in high school / college, but did I use it to its full potential? No, not really. But I would find projects in my college that would need some kind of video format done for it, and it gave me a good chance to kind of practice with that some. And then when I ultimately got out of college, I spent probably a year and a half not making any kind of YouTube videos because I was just watching YouTube and learning different styles. And then ultimately at the end of 2017, I decided, hey, I want to try something this in 3 years. I want to be making YouTube videos as a job. And I started up NWP Talk, started making some NASCAR videos that I enjoyed. And then ultimately it kind of spread from one thing to another, met all these guys, and making networking, making connections is probably the best thing you can do for this. And then ultimately I landed a full-time job earlier this year after essentially applying based on not necessarily my degree from college, but my resume of work that I'd done on my own. I mean, it got me hired with a social media digital team to be a full-time YouTube content creator with them. So that's how I do YouTube full-time in that sense, while also still doing things on my own channel. But of course, like Eric might be a better guy to talk to. He's had like a 9 or 10 year journey on this, and now he's at the point where he does this full time for his own branding.
Yeah, tell us something, Eric.
Yeah.
Give us some advice.
Well, I mean, the advice I always give to anyone who wants to create any sort of YouTube content is, first find something you're passionate about. I think anyone who goes into YouTube with no plan, I'm just going to be a guy who shares my thoughts, treat it like a blog from like 20 years ago or something. Like, I feel like that's doomed to fail. You got to find a topic, a subject you're passionate about. If that's NASCAR, if that's racing, that's a good place to start. But I think it's even better if you can find kind of a niche within that subgroup, a subgroup within the group that is NASCAR. Like, I bounced around stop motion videos for many years. That was purely meant for entertainment. It was, kind of a crafty type deal. And now obviously channels more commentary, interviews, news, rumors, things like that. It's evolved over time. But if you find something that not only you're passionate about within a specific subject, but also if you find an angle that you're uniquely qualified to talk about. That's something that always drilled into me when I went to film school, was, find a story you're uniquely qualified to tell. And so I've always come at my videos from the perspective of nobody in my family knew anything about racing. I grew up in a non-racing, non-motorsports centered city. I had no friends that cared about racing, but somehow I became super passionate about racing and I'm super into it. So how can I create that spark in more people, I guess, is sort of the general perspective I've always come from. So, it doesn't have to be that well developed early on, but if you have a subject, if you're passionate about it, like Danny said, it's good to obviously learn how to actually make videos, learn the art or learn your own style, figure out your own style. I guess that's important. But most important is having something interesting to say or to create about whatever topic you're passionate about.
I'd say building off that, with passion, never ever go into it as first and foremost like, oh, I'm going to do this for money. Like, I've talked to so many people who like they'll ask me about it, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, like you're doing this and you're doing that, and you'll like make money off it. You can do it full time. They're like, I'll do it. I can start making some money with it. And it's like that. No,
Yeah.
You're
like
fooling yourself.
I went for, I want to say well over a year.
I think I got monetized before you. I think it took you longer than anyone else.
I didn't get monetized until late August of 2018, so it took me.
It took me over a year to get a cent. Like it, and at that point, like that didn't even really pay for anything. It didn't. Who cares, right? I basically got pocket change for another year until stuff finally started taking off again. Like if you do it for money, one, it's just not going to work. Two, if it does, people see pretty quick that you're just doing it for a paycheck. Mm-hmm. So as long as you. I think adding on top of it, it's something that's very similar to being passionate, but as long as you're genuine, like it'll work out. Even if you have like what you would consider a small audience, like just put that, be genuine to them, treat them like they matter because they do, and it'll work itself out. Like if you have the passion, if you have if you're genuinely interested in it, if you are doing that for all the right reasons, it will work because you'll put the work into it that's needed to make it work. So that'd be my take on it.
Don't worry, don't worry, Indianapolis Museum in the chat. You'll get monetized soon, I promise. I just saw them in the chat, what they said. Go ahead, Jonathan.
I'll say this though. I mean, this is probably the biggest, thing you have to remember. It's innovate or die. Because not everything you do will be the same thing you can do for years and years to come. Because at some point, it will, fade out. It will burn. And it will drop through the algorithm. And I mean, I think that's kind of what worked with me. When I went over to iRacing, I took a shot and it worked, but I knew there was a good chance it wasn't going to work. And I knew I've done other things that didn't work to begin with. But if you're scared to innovate, you won't be able to move up any platform, at all.
Yeah, I think that goes back to Eric. He started off with mainly the stop motions and the stop motion races, NASCAR parodies, all that was pretty fun at that time, but ultimately he knew that wasn't what he was going to do on YouTube in the long run. He started out in the groove.
Yeah, I remember his spotter parody from the 2014 season. I remember that. I don't know if he still has it up, but I found that one funny. So that was a funny one. But I guess to end it off here from me, have fun, stay humble, keep working hard. Always remember, either you adapt to the situation or your channel's pretty much just gonna die off. It's the truth. And then finally, don't do this for money. Like, Dude, like, I mean, like, it is a blessing to, to make some type of money off of YouTube and social media in general and all that stuff, but I don't know, I'm not in it for the money at all, whether I'm making, like, whatever or, like, nothing. This is for fun, basically.
It's just it's beneficial that we're able to say that we don't necessarily have jobs. It's more like you take something you're passionate about and you make it into a way to make money. You no longer have a job, if that makes sense. Exactly.
And I mean, like, in a sense, you are your own boss in a sense too. So the pressure is on you to perform. So if you perform, great, but if you don't, then unfortunately, you have to go back to the drawing board and stuff. It happens. And also, the analytics and stuff on YouTube, they come in waves. So you're gonna have months that are really high, and then you're gonna have months that are really low. So just don't panic, adapt to the situation. And just keep learning how to work the algorithm, with tags and all that,
and all the good stuff.
Depending on what your situation is, hey, never quit your day job to say I'm gonna go do YouTube. Always have something to back up to until you're at that point where it can't be.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is have fun. Have fun as always, for sure.
Like we are.
Yes, absolutely.
We got a lot more fun to have tonight, though.
Yeah,
it's still fun. Don't get that confused. It's still fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. But thank you so much for this edition of the Mailbag question on the NASCAR Weekly Podcast.
Go to weeklypodcastguest@gmail.com. Do not submit asking if you want to be a guest because you'll be promptly ignored.
Yeah, exactly. And before we head over to the lightning round, this edition of the NASCAR Weekly Podcast is brought to you by Lionel Racing, the official diecast of NASCAR. Order the new 2021 diecast of your favorite NASCAR driver now at lionelracing.com or any authorized Lionel retailer. And don't miss Lionel Racing's NASCAR Authentics diecast line at a Walmart near you. So, boys, what is your diecast this week?
I think Eric might be empty-handed.
Oh, Eric, no. Eric, you're empty-handed, bro. What's happening?
I'll buy some at Daytona this weekend.
It's okay, Eric. I brought two. One for you, one for me.
All right, that's good.
Thank you. Saving my booty.
Let's start with Jarrett, though. What do you have, bro? That's a little different than usual.
I have one from my family, if you can tell. It's Dom Chevelle.
Yeah.
And that rhymed, by the way. Yes, I got Dom Chevelle. It's actually the same one that's behind me at the moment. You can see the back right there.
You have Dom Chevelle right there?
What?
Yes, we do.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so this is just a beautiful diecast. I'll be real. I wanted to use this one for a while, but I wanted to wait till a really good night to, and I felt like this is a pretty good night to use it. So just remember, family first.
Family, that's for sure.
That's going on the Instagram account.
But Danny's got two cars. What are those?
I have got two from 2010. These are 164s, but these are the ones with the very high quality details. Like the hood opens up, the wing even has a sponsor logo on these. So I've got a Mark Martin 2010, and I've got a Dale Jr. National Guard 2010.
That's almost the front row of the 500 that year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's really close to it. And it's got the rubber wheels on it. Again, hood opens up. You can't get the other one to stay open. But lots of crazy good details underneath. And it's even got it's hard to see, but it's got a little wire mesh netting in there. So really, it's basically like getting the full details of that 164 that IDK is holding. Or sorry, 124 IDK is holding and putting it into 164 scale.
Yo, IDK, who is that? Is that the Cuban missile right there?
That is the GOAT, the greatest driver in the world, Eric on roll. This is already, they went out of their way to give me this because he's going to win this weekend. He's going to cross the line first, beautiful looking car. I got out.
Is that the car from this year? Or?
Yeah, it's this year.
Nice.
I think. No, it's last
year. It's it is this year. Wait, no, it's last year.
It's hard to tell with that paint scheme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good transition. So
and then Eric has a diecast of Wonder Woman's Invisible Jet.
Yes, in the background. Yes, the 164, the 164 right there. But no,
the Linder Carter version.
I have a Lightning McQueen car in my car downstairs, but I'm not going to go get it. I don't know why I have it. I just have it loose in my car. Someone in the chat, I think Fish Production said, Eric, quick run to Walmart. I honestly could. There's one right down the road, but live on the air.
Yeah. And the final diecast for me is the number 7. What is this? Cellular One scheme. I thought this was Jeffrey Bodon at first, but after further review, it's a Jimmy Hensley diecast. Oh, and look how big the wheels are too, bro. I mean, The ride height on this diecast is amazing.
It was hard to do the details right back then.
Yeah, but yeah, it's funny. Like the wheels are just massive, man. It's been a while since I've seen wheels that big.
And the Indianapolis Speedway Museum says we got a 1998 number 40 Coors Banquet Sterling Marlin diecast.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, IMS Museum, they have a lot of stuff, but I can't say what was in the basement. Shh, that's top secret and stuff. We couldn't even film there, so appreciate them.
We're not even supposed to talk about it. It's like Fight Club. We don't talk about it.
That's right.
Yes.
What museum? What basement?
I wasn't there. I didn't get to go, so I'm just gonna see stuff in bricks down there.
Yeah, we haven't even told Danny what's in there.
Oh,
that's how the secret is. Even our best friend, it's just for their own safety, for their own good. It's really sad.
Yeah, hey, it happens. But really appreciate Lineup Diecast sponsoring this edition of the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. And again, get your order the new 2021 diecast of your favorite NASCAR driver now at LionelRacing.com. I sense something that I haven't felt since it's the lightning round on the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. I needed to catch my breath there for a second. Oh my goodness, it's been a while since I yelled that long. Ugh.
Are you quoting Darth Vader?
I was for a second. See, you caught that.
Good man. Good man.
See, I've been watching a little bit of Star Wars there. But yes, it is another edition of the Lightning Round on the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. Jarrett, what do we have on tap for today?
Well, first off, we'll start with a happy note before we get to more serious stuff. Landon Castle is making his 500th start this weekend.
I love Landon. Yes.
And I was going to mention it later, but I'll just say it now. He's going to be driving the number 96 Gaunt Brothers Racing Toyota, according to Bob Pockris.
Nice.
So that's some good stuff. I have to actually go down the list and find that again. Also, since I'm here already, Will Smith and the Chainsmokers are developing Clean Air, a rom-com set in the world of NASCAR for Amazon Studios, according to Deadline. And
because reasons.
What the
I'm not going to judge it till it's out. Now, kind of go into the serious stuff here. As we started out the episode, rest in peace to Robin Miller, as well as Randy Herzog, who passed away today.
He gave Jimmy Johnson his first opportunity. There wouldn't be a Jimmy Johnson without him. Oh my goodness, that's a sad day it's been.
So it is a sad day. Well, while we have exciting stuff, it is a sad day as well for the motorsports community. Now, kind of looking forward here, the Auto Club Speedway has listed February 26th and 27th as its weekend to host NASCAR, with the 25th being listed as, quote, practice day, according to Jim Utter. Okay. So I think that's good news. There's some form of practice.
Please never get rid of practice days.
Please don't.
The North Carolina budget bill that includes extra funds going towards North Wilkesboro has been unanimously voted down by the North Carolina General Assembly. Doesn't mean that it won't happen, just means that the way that the bill is currently written is not going to pass. So and the Iceberg fly has returned.
It's back. The famous Iceberg fly is back.
It's on my monitor, man. I can't even kill it. Like, at least I could kill the cricket. Harrison's Food Chain has now signed on with JRM and Josh Berry for 2022 for 8 races, meaning 17 of the, 33, 34. How many Xfinity races do you have nowadays?
Oh, I have no clue. It's a lot. No.
More than half. More than half of the Xfinity races next year for Josh Berry are already sponsored and signed on and good to go. So
they can easily fill the rest of that with something.
Yeah.
Auto Owners has signed an extension to stay the primary sponsor for Martin Truex Jr., who is signed with JGR through next year, according to Bob Pockris. A little off topic here, but IndyCar is racing a doubleheader at the Iowa Speedway next year. IndyCar will rent the track from NASCAR to do this, per Adam Stern. Nice. So maybe there's hope, man. Maybe there's hope. Speaking of signings here, we had a pretty big week for a lot of stuff here. Emmett Smith has partnered up with Jesse Awuji, and Eric Jones has signed back on with RPM, presumably for another year.
Hey, Sweetness is in NASCAR, though. That's awesome. Oh, wait, that's not Sweet. Oh, wait, hell, that's Walter Payton. No, it's Walter Payton. No, Emmett Smith broke Sweetness's record, is what I meant to say. It's good to have Smith, though, the all-time leading rusher in NFL history, though. Oh, my goodness. Bear fans are going to kill me
really?
saying that.
Man, I'm going to kill you. I'm not even a Bears fan. And I'm
sorry. That was a massive brain fart for a moment there.
Man, how can you? Oh.
He passed
We're
Sweetness, is what I meant to say. He passed him.
We're gonna move past this. We're gonna move past this. Turn 2 at Darlington has been repaved, according to Bob Pockers. I'll be real. I don't think anybody had heard about that happening. So that's gonna be nuts.
What's the reason for it?
Because
it's gonna be a fast strip. It's a fast strip on the track.
The track was coming apart. So they had
makes sense.
Which, man, it's going to be a grip strip. Christopher Bell will be driving the 54 at Daytona this week, according to Bob Pockris. And then some good news about North Wilkesboro. We had a little bad news before, but good news. Jeff Hammond, Mr. Hollywood Hammond, and over 100 volunteer fighters helped clean the North Wilkesboro Speedway this past week. So good news there. Good news. Good stuff. Corey LaJoie has been granted a playoff waiver this week from NASCAR, according to Bob Pockris. And it was, and also Subway is back in NASCAR, sponsoring Kevin Harvick at Bristol in September and Kansas in October, according to Adam Stern.
And that means even though Jimmy John sponsorship, the logo was on his car this past week in Michigan, it will be gone this weekend.
Yeah.
And then you want to hear some crazy. So, you guys can see the itinerary. I want to see IDK's reaction to this.
Yeah.
The Joliet mayor is pushing because the Chicago Bears are looking to leave Soldier Field for Arlington Heights. They've reached a snag on that right now. The Joliet mayor is pushing for the Chicago Bears to play their home games at the repurposed Chicagoland Speedway, according to Jason. Yep.
What?
Chicagoland, home of the Chicago Bears.
You've
It's
got
like
an
an hour away.
There's
I'm
no
not
way
joking.
that works.
No,
I'm not joking.
It's dead ass.
Can
Oh,
we,
God.
when they're playing there, can we call it Bearland instead of Chicagoland?
Hey, might as well.
Bearland.
You might as well call it Bearland.
I think Bears fans are making the trip out to Joliet.
Oh my gosh, that'd be nuts if
I
they
mean,
actually happen.
You know better than I would, Jared. I feel like that's a hype.
I mean, the Bears and Vikings played each other during the 2013 race, and it was not a good day to be a Vikings fan.
Wait. So I'm sorry, I got to just make this clear because I remember Daytona was going to do something called like Soccer Fest on like July 4th. I don't think that ever happened. But how is that going to work? See, I know it worked at Bristol,
We're
but
talking about because the land is going to get may still get repurposed. I don't know what's going on. I've heard, again, we're not at the rumor mill part yet.
Yeah.
But I will say I've heard rumors that it could come back next year. I've heard rumors that it might not. It could in some form. I don't know.
We're hearing it all at this point.
There's
So we just
so
gotta,
much. There is chatter about it. I mean, when we were there, the gates were open, the lawns were mowed, like stuff was taken care of in that facility still, even though like 1 or 2 people still work there. So I don't know what's going on with it, but if they're repurposing it, I would assume they're probably going to use the land and kind of just make it into a stadium. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll trade. Y'all Bears, you guys get Chicagoland Speedway, we get Soldier Field. We're going back to our roots, baby.
Hey, yeah. But when did NASCAR race there? In the 50s, right?
Like in 1950, I think.
Jeez, yeah, for one race.
I think it was like a wooden track too.
Oh my god.
Or like it was a lot of it was made out of wood.
Like imagine just go like that. Like the 50s were a wild time, man. They even raced on wooden surfaces. Yeah.
Man, they had a monkey in a car, man.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I know. It was a different era for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But that'll do it for another edition of the Lightning Round on the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. Really appreciate Jared putting that together. And really quick, we have reached the top of the hour, which means I'm about to read Super Chats over the next 5 minutes. But IDK, you have to get going. Got to prepare for tonight's edition of the NASCAR Weekly Podcast 400, the NWP 400 for short. Just really quick before you head off, just give us a bit of a preview of what we can expect in tonight's show.
You could expect a lot of pissed off people, driver-wise, because from the looks of everything, it looks like it's gonna be $1,000 for the purse.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have the open to start. 15 guys enter. Actually, no, I believe it's 26 now. Enter the race. 15 advance, and then we have 125 laps. But at the end of the day, it's just gonna be about, it's gonna be more of a psychological race than anything, because we talked about it before, including in the Florida 500. It takes one guy to make one mistake, and all of a sudden it's just get out the scorecards, because cars are just destroyed everywhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have an early crash, a crash that catches people off by guard, but we get a late race caution. It's gonna be a fight. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be crazy.
Definitely.
First ever weekday event too.
Yes, for sure. So you're about to start your stream at what time is it? At 7:30 Eastern? No, excuse me, 8:30 Eastern time.
8:30.
Pre-race show, all that stuff, and then the main will be on at the same time. So pretty much, guys, just keep 2 tabs open and stuff. But anyways, IDK, aka Jonathan, really appreciate you coming on tonight's edition of the podcast, and I'll see you on the track tonight. So we'll see.
Thank you. You're in the main too.
Yeah, I know. Let's go. We're on with the main, y'all. So
repping the podcast, baby.
It's about to be fun, y'all. I'm the only podcast guy racing tonight, so hey, we'll see if we can get the W tonight. I need some extra.
Rest of us be in the chat. Yeah, just saying.
Definitely.
Also, just letting you guys know, every podcast driver, or actually every podcast panel person, will have a scheme either in the open or in the main.
Yeah.
So, and UrinatingTree and 5Points has a car as well.
Yeah. So
good.
Expect some exciting things in the NWP 400 tonight. IDK, thanks for joining us. Have a blast.
Thank
man.
you.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you tonight. Later.
See you.
And guys, I know in the chat I forgot to say the and once again, like for the lightning round. I know, sorry guys, don't worry, I'll make up for it now. And once again, we have now arrived to the super chat reading portion. So
no, you're not.
What?
The super chat is brought to you by our other sponsor, Darian.
Sorry about that.
Read the famous itinerary, Darian.
They've only been huge supporters of the NASCAR Weekly podcast all year.
You can't forget about them. You can't forget about Forney, of course. Go ahead.
Well, Forney offers a full line of welding and plasma cutting machines, metalworking accessories, and a whole lot more. Great for do-it-yourselfers and professional metalworkers. Best of both worlds. Forney has everything you need for your next project. Shop Forney's top-of-the-line products at forneyind.com, forneyind.com, or at an authorized Forney dealer near you. And I know we just said goodbye to IDK Player, but as people can see, I am out of town. I've got some family stuff to figure out and deal with tonight before the NWP 400. So I'm going to be bowing out here as well. It sounds like y'all have some other pretty exciting guests, hopefully, coming in here shortly.
Yes. After I read the super chats, we will have both UrinatingTree and 5Points vids on.
Fine. Leave us, Eric. We got someone cooler than you anyways.
It sure sounds like y'all do. I mean,
just DM us those pics. That's all I ask.
Absolutely, will do. Well, great hanging out with y'all for the first hour. We'll be watching the NWP 400 tonight.
One more thing.
Yeah.
You left your shit in my freaking trunk from Indy.
The Bobby Labonte thing.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You left it in the trunk.
It wouldn't fit on the plane. I appreciate you holding on to it for me. You can hang it on your wall. It would look good above the Chevelle, I think. Add some green to that room.
Yeah, looks nice.
It would have to probably be underneath the Earnhardt stuff, 7v1.
It makes sense to me. Sweet deal. Well, I will see you all later tonight, and of course this weekend. Y'all have a great rest of the show.
Of course, bro. Take care. Take it easy.
See you this weekend, man.
Yep. Catch you later. Okay, and now we can go move on to the super chat reading portion. Thanks for saving me there, Danny. Okay, so over the next 5 minutes, I will have the timer going on. So if you guys just want to mute yourself, go ahead. Let me refresh the super chats here, and we can get started. Hold on, give me a second. And YouTube's actually cooperating this week, thankfully. So I know when Eric streamed that one time, he couldn't even open it. All right, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, the clock starts now. Gordon the Big Engine, thank you so much for the $10. Oh, the indignity. I bet that Harvick would win Michigan, and now for the rest of the week, I have to give the Express to Percy. On the plus side, it is fun watching him struggle the coaches. Okay. Or watching him struggle the coaches. Okay. Really appreciate the $10. Jar Jar Binks, oh my goodness, it's you again. Jeez. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Yusa not gonna get away with this, Darian. Lynn Biffo is gonna find you. I don't know what that says. Yusa gonna go to jail. Mrs. Saul during Eric's post-race recap. Okay. Thank you, Jar Jar. I really appreciate it. Groovy Goose, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. TVP, thanks for that $100 super chat you sent earlier. Already read that. Jar Jar Binks again with the $5 super chat. Missa also want David Hoot back. This people calling the races are big doo-doo heads. That's meh bad. Missa could call the race better. Hey, probably could. Right, we'll see about that. But thank you so much. Jonathan with the $2 super chat. R.I.P. Robin Miller will be missed. Absolutely. GN with the $5 will be there at Daytona as a replacement for the canceled Auto Club race. Nice. First time going there, flying out tomorrow. Same here, bro. Hope to see y'all there in person. Hope to see you two there. Longtime supporter of the channel. Really appreciate it. Urban Mayer with the $5 super chat, Urban Meyer with the $5 super chat. I decided to skip this one because I know Michigan was going to be an aero nightmare. I miss seeing my favorite driver win, but was right on the air. Yes, you were. Pennywise with the $50 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Hi, Darian. I'm Pennywise, the dancing. I heard you are going to have to go into hiding. Do you want to hide in my sewer? I don't think so, but we can. Okay. I don't want to read the rest of this. I don't. Well, I can't read that part. Don't worry, I'm going to make you float. Harvick, on the other hand, tastes very. See, I don't know. Some of these super chats are just, I don't know, like the way y'all type them sometimes. They're just, they're really.
No, that's a reference.
Yeah. Oh wait, a reference to what? I don't get the reference.
I'll tell you later.
Okay, yeah, tell me the reference later. Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry if I don't get the reference. They'll explain it to me. But thank you so much, Pennywise, for the $50 super chat. Andrew with the $2 super chat says Brad, but with the red B. Appreciate it. Irvin Alvarado with the $10 super chat. Now that we see racing apply 2 times in both Michigan and Nashville, is racing a better alternative than PJ1 for other ovals? By the way, I cannot wait for Daytona, my home track, even though I am from New Jersey. I mean, I'd say the racing is probably. Yeah, it is definitely. It looks like it is definitely a better alternative to PJ1. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. GN with the $2 super chat. Eric's reaction to new Gene Plus Disney becoming EA. I don't know exactly what that is. I'm assuming it's like some type of game, but yeah. I'll ask him about it later. Andrew Woods with the $5 super chat. Hot take: Kevin Harvick will not make the playoffs. He did. He's locked in officially. Yeah. Sorry, Andrew. Sorry, you're about a week too late. Yeah, no. He did make the playoffs. No problem though. Yeah, Jared's laughing. I see him. And then
not laughing at that. I'm laughing at you, Mr. Raisin.
Is that? Did I say it right? Resin. See, I keep saying resin. Oh, sorry about that. That's another meme you guys can make. It's all good. Darth Sidious with the $50 super chat. Good, Darian. Your transformation to the dark side is almost complete. Your stealing of Jar Jar lawnmower grows you ever. Oh wait, hold on. Your stealing of Jar Jar lawnmower grows you ever closer to full transformation to the dark side, my apprentice. You will gain talents, some say, to be unnatural. Hashtag let the hate in. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, man. Oh, man. See, some of these super chats are really funny. And I watched Star Wars, too, so I low-key get that reference. Billy Carter with the $5 super chat. Danny B, any tips or local place when you're going to Bristol Motor Speedway? I guess like he's asking for like places to eat by Bristol.
Definitely check out Pal's, the drive-thru. Get you some Pal's, get you some of their French fries. There's a bunch up in that area. Get one of them.
Yes, and the final super chat I will be reading as the timer goes off now. Daytona 500 Champ 15 with the $50 super chat. A longtime supporter of the podcast. Really appreciate it. Enjoy my first race back in 16 years. Wow. So even though I didn't like this package, it was enjoyable. Okay, wow. First race you got to see in person in 16 years. Well, that's good. At least you enjoyed it. So really appreciate the $50 super chat. But that'll do it for this edition of the NASCAR Weekly Podcast read. At the top of the hour, I will get to the rest of the super chats,
or at least what you'll have time for. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see how much time we have for them and stuff. But I will try to get to the rest of them later on in the show. Okay, so looking at the famous NASCAR Weekly Podcast itinerary, I guess we can start with the rumor mill, but I am about to send the link to both FivePoints and Tree in a moment.
Yeah, we'll get them in here after the rumor mill.
Yeah. So we can get started on the rumor mill. There's only a few things in here. So the first thing I see on here is Gateway possibly to be added to the Cup Series, according to Adam Stern. I mean, listen, Gateway, on TV, it looks like an amazing facility in the St. Louis market, basically. It seems like, for Xfinity, or no, when Xfinity did run there back in the day, it definitely nearly sold out. Truck Series and IndyCar look very promising. What do you guys think?
I think the track is in good condition. They've got a good sponsorship behind the track, so it's got plenty of income going into it. I think the St. Louis market, having lost NFL and football, needs another big major sport that, even if it's just once a year, they need another big major sport to be there with them. So NASCAR is a perfect sport to test in that market.
Oh, and it sounds like they have a pretty big crowd at the race in Gateway, and it sounds like in years past, IndyCar has just killed it there.
Oh, yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
I think there's hunger for racing there. I think that NASCAR definitely can fit in there. I do think that it kind of fits a perfect middle ground between the tracks in Tennessee and then like tracks out in Kansas and Iowa, stuff like that.
It's probably going to be a similar market to Nashville because they had three different series, all of them sell out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, definitely Gateway has a ton of potential to be on the schedule someday. But this one's even crazier. The LA Coliseum possibly to be added to the Cup Series schedule as well?
This one, I want to see a track concept. I want to know how this would even work.
Now, they were saying it would be a short track in the LA Coliseum. Now, I don't know.
Just over a quarter mile.
Yeah, so that's very intriguing. I mean, I do live in Vegas myself, so being on the West Coast, that's an easy drive out there.
If they find a way to make that work, then I don't know why they can't try Bowman Gray.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they're going to make a quarter mile in the LA Coliseum, you might as well have Bowman Gray on the schedule somewhere, right? I mean, all-star race, I'd say, I think is perfect for Bowman Gray on the Cup Series side of things. But, it would essentially be Dodge Racing Stadium, like in the old EA games, sort of, I guess, maybe.
How many seats? I want to know if the chat knows this, because I don't. How many seats does the LA Coliseum have?
It's a lot, but let me look it up. LA Coliseum. Let's see.
Because I would think it would fit a normal NASCAR-sized audience.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Well, when the Rams played there were a ton of seats. You can tell because they were empty.
Are they?
When they had played at
good
the
point.
old stadium, for sure.
I mean, it wasn't as bad as the Chargers, but
looks like it holds about 78,000.
Yeah.
I see 88,000 in the chat, 80K in the chat.
I saw where it said 93, but that was pre-2018, so I think they took some seats out.
On Google, it says 78,467.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna believe Andrew Meyer, who says at least 12.
Yeah, at least it holds that many, but definitely it's enough to hold a NASCAR race for sure, to their standards that the other tracks hold. So we'll see.
I'm interested too in what's the what is it going to be like traffic wise getting in and out of that place too. I'm interested in where the hauler's going to go, where the driver's going to stay. I want to know the logistics of this before I make actual assessment.
Is there any way at all to do pit stops? Surely it's going to be a short race.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they do pit stops, it would probably maybe it might be one of those brake situations. Maybe I don't know.
I think it'll be what they did at the Bristol Dirt Race, have brakes, and I think they're going to try and implement that in more, probably to save money.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to ask, what kind of track are we going to have? A flat short track? We can have banking on it. What's the track going to be? Are we going to have a road course that goes in and out of the stadium? What are we actually doing? That's what I want to know. I think that they can pull it off, but I want to know what the hell we're doing. Are the if they do stops, are they going to be?
Oh my goodness.
Are they going to? I'm sorry, I've been hearing Jar Jar all night. Are they going to be out in the parking lot in a sort of designated area, and then they go back into the track? Are they going to be underneath the stadium, the way that the old Dodge Raceway Stadium was? There's so many questions to this, but the fact that they're still talking about it tells me that it's very realistic to NASCAR that this can still happen. They have to have some sort of plan. I have a lot of questions. I think that these questions need to be answered before they start hyping it up. Yeah. I feel like this is kind of like NASCAR putting out feelers in the media.
For sure. And again, this is the rumor mill. Nothing's official yet, but there are currently talks at the moment. All right. Potential talks. So.
We did this last time. Percentage chance for Gateway and percentage chance for LA Coliseum on it coming true.
I'd say
what do you got?
Okay. Gateway, I'll say a 95. LA Coliseum, I'm going to actually say just 50.
Yeah, I'd say Gateway a good 93% are in that area, and then as for the Coliseum, I'm gonna go with 69%. If you know what I mean.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna be on a little bit of an opposite end of you guys. I'm gonna say Gateway 40%, LA Coliseum 70.
Yeah.
I think that Gateway had a lot more steam behind it in years past, and I think that on top of that, the Truck Series being there, while I had a good crowd for the Truck Series, doesn't really mean much. The ratings weren't exactly great, even though the race was extended. So I don't think there's as much momentum as there would have been in 2018. Now the LA Coliseum, the fact they've been continuously talking about it tells me that NASCAR, it's like the number situation. They're looking to do it. They just need to figure out how.
Yeah.
So I think the LA Coliseum is much more realistic.
Yeah, definitely for sure. So we'll see what happens with that. But we have two special guests that have arrived here. Two of my favorite sports YouTubers in the entire universe. 5Points Vids and the one and only UrinatingTree. How's it going,
Hello.
guys? What's up?
What's up?
Hey.
And 5Points, where you at? Where's the? Oh, there you are.
There he is.
There's the
You just had to
boldness.
pop in. Let him know. Let him know.
Bold. Oh my goodness! Turn the screen back on. No, I'm kidding.
Darren, how many times have we talked to this man? Do you have to bring it up every time you talk to him?
Hey, they meme him
He
in the
does
chat
that
all the
all the
time.
time.
So they meme
He's
him in the
get
chat.
and he's getting his practice in for when I
he'd
get
be able
there.
to get relaxed a little bit, but no.
Are y'all gonna let me get a word in edgewise?
No, go get a plunger.
No, go get a plunger.
Don't you know we brought you here for the views, not to talk. Just
Here, I can instant Darian here in 1 second. Look
Oh
at that.
no!
Boom. What's up? That, yeah.
That's so identical.
That is a pretty accurate impression. I can't tell a difference. I'm having double vision.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
They both look like Pat Mahomes' cousin.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't
No,
tell.
it's a TikTok cousin, Jordan Mahomes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
Brother.
Jared, I don't know about you. I can't tell which one is black. Flags matter.
Yeah, Black Flags. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, we got Tree back, so hopefully he'll control himself this time.
No,
I don't know. We'll
he's,
see.
He's
We'll
fine.
see.
He's fine.
We'll
But
see.
guys, it's Daytona week, y'all. We've been planning this out for since
Couple
God
months.
knows, for months now. And
Mhm.
you guys are gonna be going. I'll start with 5Points. What are you thinking here? Is gonna happen this weekend?
It's my first race in 20 years, so I'm really excited about
and
that.
you were at Tony Stewart's first career win, Richmond '99 in the summer, I believe. Correct?
Yes, Mark Martin led the whole way, and then he crashed, or he had a problem. He started sparking up a lot, and then Tony Stewart just took it at the end right there, and it was great to watch Smoke. I think that was his first career win.
Yeah.
And then the night before in the Busch race, which is what it was called back then. They used to have an alcoholic sponsor.
Bush Grand
Pat
National.
Kenseth got his first win, I believe, as a Busch Series.
That
racer.
was I think up to that point that was like maybe his fourth or fifth, but it was like one of the first
All
ones, definitely. for
Okay,
sure.
I just want to say I witnessed history. I only witnessed one history. Maybe he was good, man. He raced all around there, and there was a lot of spectacular wrecks there. But now I'm really excited. This will be my first super speedway race. I've seen the outside of Daytona many times, but now it's time to actually go in and have fun with all y'all, because it's going to be a blast at the house.
Sadly, not me. I hate that I can't be there to meet you guys. But I won't be on this.
Oh,
trip.
okay. So I'll just rub it in for that bald comment earlier. I'll just be like, you will not be having fun with us.
Don't worry. You can pretend to shine the head
Yeah, the head.
on your screen.
Come on, we're gonna.
Wait,
shoot-
I wasn't the one who said the ball comment. That was Darius.
I know. Darian
Oh,
pushes.
yeah, I
Okay,
said
so
that.
it's
He's
all right.
instigating.
All right.
I
Fine.
defended you. I said, do you have to say that every time he comes on our show?
No, okay, so you defended me. All right, so Daniel is my boy. All right, Danny Baldwin is my boy, and all y'all are punks. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna send Daniel a beer, just
Five.
because.
It's probably gonna happen to me down the road. I hope not, but it's probably gonna happen to me down the road. You know. So.
Well, have you heard
In-
those
in
Keeps
progress.
ads? Over a third of men experience some form of male pattern baldness by the age
Hey.
of 35.
And
You,
we'll see.
you better hope you have a round head, man, because I've seen some people shave the head bald, and they're like, "All right, I guess the comb over is much better than shaving my head bald."
I'm a little scared. I don't want to see. I'm a little scared. So hopefully I keep my hair for a very long
When,
time.
when I started YouTube, I kept it shaved, and now I won't go back to
Yeah,
it.
he had the old skinhead look.
Yeah, he did. Oh Oh my goodness, yeah, the good old days with Danny B. But Tree, what do you think? What do you think about this weekend? Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm interested in it. It's actually my first race. When I was like living in Pittsburgh, there wasn't a track for 5.5 hours. Closest one was Pocono.
Mhm.
So there was a rumor that they were going to build a NASCAR track in Pittsburgh, like on the old airport grounds. Never came to fruition. But this was like when NASCAR was at its peak. So, I mean, I've been to like, a smaller race or two, but not like a big race. And, trying to get back into the scene. It's interesting. Like I've never actually been, to a race into Daytona and all the fun shit. And should be interesting.
Yes.
Do you have a driver you're gonna pull for? You're gonna place a bet on anyone?
I'm not. I mean, I'm terrible at gambling, so I choose not to partake in the betting just because I know it's an auto jinx from the way I do.
Can you bet right there at the track?
On
Probably.
DraftKings, yeah. You can.
It's Florida, so
in Florida you can do DraftKings.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so you can bet some
Oh,
money.
nice.
Just because it's going to be absolutely mad here, I do think, and Danny, Darian, I think you'll agree, we need to take you guys to Bowman Gray.
Yes, we have to take you sometime. Definitely sometime down the road. Bowman Gray, that is.
I've still never
madhouse.
been there, so I need to go there.
Me neither.
The
So.
stadium that's a racetrack or something like that.
Yep.
Yep.
It's freaking nuts.
It's
Absolutely nuts. Oh my God. No, but the thing this weekend with Daytona that I think I'm a little worried about though is that they've changed the package for the Cup Series. So it's like not the same one. I personally think it's just gonna be the same thing slower.
It's close, but it's not that far.
Yeah, I think we'll see a slight difference, but yeah, it's still Daytona. It's still super speedway racing. And
I think what they're trying to do is get speeds more staying in the 190 range, I think, and not going up into the 200s where it gets a little too out of control.
Yeah.
Where we start seeing more blowovers.
Yeah.
Because that was the big
So
problem.
Is that so they want like a better race, like more passing and stuff?
Race itself will be fine just because of the way I think that's what super speedways do. It's just more, hey, if they're not spinning at 200, maybe they won't blow over.
Yeah. And to add, further context too, this is the regular season finale as well this weekend. So you're going to see some dramatic regular season finale moments. A lot of desperation moves for sure to
You might
into the
see
NASCAR playoffs.
someone get their first win.
Yeah. You might see Bubba win too. Now that'll be a crazy reaction to that.
No,
So
watch
Bubba
it.
wins. Does he qualify for the?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
So anybody getting their first win qualifies, or do you have to have a certain amount of points?
No, I mean, if you win, you're automatically in. So Michael McDowell, who won, I think.
The 500.
February.
He was in.
Yeah, he's auto in.
Yeah.
Yep. You could be, I don't know, as long as you are a full-time chartered team and you're not like, oh, I'm Noah Gregson, I'm making a last-minute start here.
Mhm.
You're in. You're in if you win.
Pretty much.
Watch it's like when we went down in February, we got all excited, and then after lap 13, they all wreck, and we just watch a train the whole freaking time.
And then it rains for 6 hours.
As an Alex Bowman fan who got to see his driver taken out in that first 13 lap crash, I hope you guys don't have to experience.
Yeah,
that.
and hopefully
because I didn't know who to root for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and hopefully no weather delays too, because that rain delay lasted forever, and then we had to basically sit out in the cold at 2, 3 in the morning. It seemed like it was late,
It was pretty cold. It was pretty cold,
and it was
It was
pretty late
42
too.
degrees in Florida.
And we were in the top section too.
Yeah, we literally.
Florida's variable in the winter, or what they consider the winter. But
See, we were literally in the very top row, and so the cloud wall completely collapsed onto the track, so we couldn't see half the damn race.
Meanwhile, I wasn't sitting with them. My wife and I, we had this thing from my wife's cousin. She bought an infield table at Daytona, which was kind of this weird concept where didn't know where a table was going to be, and all of a sudden we get there, and we realized the table that she had gotten was in a place where you were in the infield, but you couldn't see the track. You could only see it on a TV. And ultimately, it was better that the race ended up getting delayed for as long as it did because so many people left. We were able to get up on top of the UNOH fan deck that we couldn't be on before when the race was supposed to be on. So we got a much better view because of that.
so it ended up working out for you.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, what questions do either of you have going into it? Like that's something I'm curious about.
Well, I'm making a video, and I don't want to ruin it, but so I'll have some questions for. Hopefully, I got my passes, by the way, my credentials,
Good.
my creds. So I'm interested to see how y'all handle that. It's great that I'm going with y'all because y'all will know what to do. Like sometimes us as what I call the weenie media of YouTube, where we're not actually media, but somehow we got credentials. Like I'm just like, what am I doing here?
They
Like,
somehow let us in the door.
Right.
Somehow.
Y'all think that I do this for a living or something?
Hey,
But
Darian, does that make us Mickey Media?
Yeah, we are Mickey Media. Yeah, technically
Mickey
we are.
Media,
Yeah, Mickey
that's right.
Champions, and there's also Mickey Media. So yeah, you're right.
being part of the Mickey Mouse media,
Yeah, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse
appropriately
Media
in
House.
Florida. No, I want to see how y'all approach that. You know, like y'all will tell us who the cool drivers are, and maybe the people to either avoid or that we don't want to bother. Like you'll be like, hey, dude, you don't want to talk to them. They're doing pit testing. Like they're really busy, which I think we should be able to figure out. We're not completely stupid, but they could be going between stations and you're like, all right, no, this is at this time. You can tell us at this time nobody really wants to talk to anybody, but when we get to this part, this is when y'all they're just relaxing, they're kicking. So I'm looking forward to that, and like it's a perfect situation that I get to go with the veteran members of the Mickey Mouse media. And I'm just looking forward to having fun too.
Yeah, that's
So,
good.
I'm just looking to just relax and shoot the shit. I'm not high maintenance at all on this shit. You realize that from Florida. I'll just take like video of shit and I'll put it in a vlog.
I wonder. So, Tree, were you a slob roommate in college? Like, were
No.
you one of those?
I take up little space. I don't give a shit.
I'm just saying, like, because it was perfect for me in college because my roommate was also a slob, so we never got into any arguments. It was like, look, if you're gonna complain about me, I'll just point to your side of the room. Like, I wonder if you're like that, Tree, where you're just like, I don't really care if you make.
I really don't give a shit.
I'm
So, like,
wallowing
whatever.
in my own filth here.
Oh,
Uh-huh. No, and we'll find out about everyone's roommate capabilities too, as well, because we're all staying in the same damn house.
I think it's first come first serve. So whatever room.
Oh, great. I'm gonna be
So we
stuck
get
on-
home late. We get in late
I
at
don't know.
8 p.m.
I get in on Friday with David, so I'm
you're gonna
sleep-
be. You're gonna wake up with your hand between two pillows. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And those will
There's
not
like
be
that big
pillows.
room, and it's just gonna be full of shenanigans, and I'll be hearing noises back there. I'll be like,
Yo, but there's
"Fuck,
like
just keep it down."
there's like how many people staying in this house? Like 20?
12 or 13.
Or
15.
14, 15.
Oh, dang. I mean, that's still a lot though. But
Wait,
It's gonna be a clout mansion.
is there a single girl who's gonna have to put up with all those boys down there?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh.
Slap his girl.
That's right,
Jordan.
Jordan.
Slappy toted his woman. He didn't even bring a He didn't even get a hotel. That's a bad move.
Nah, oh damn, you called it.
Hey,
Yeah,
come
they're gonna need one of the private
Hey,
rooms for obvious reasons.
a couple of years ago, I was with all them for the Daytona 500, and Claudia managed to put up with all these guys. So surely she can do it too.
Yeah, we're not too bad. I think.
And
like,
don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, you know, the worst thing I've done in the past is like I'll take a shower and then like I'll run out in my underwear and then get changed and then they'll like see me in my.
No, yeah, he walks around in his freaking.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking Borat.
I mean,
underwear.
if you're looking, you're the guy with the problem. Like Darian's he's just
No,
transparent.
that's a problem.
I'm just chilling. Hey, bro, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling.
No. Okay, no, that's a real story. Okay, so SRX weekend, Nashville. A bunch of us are here at my house early, and so I'm in. This is my office. I'm doing my work for who I work for.
I gotta do myself.
And Joey's girl, she also has a remote job, so she's working on the desk opposite of me, and the door is wide open, and I can see the door right there. Darian comes walking out in underwear, and I'm like,
Bro, I didn't see her though. I'm sorry. I thought it was closed like usual. I just screwed. I got out of there ASAP and stuff. I was just trying to get changed super quick, but yeah. So I'll make sure to be more aware of that next time.
so no, you think we're joking? That's some more real life scenarios right there. You're gonna
Yeah, no, but I'm putting a cap on it, chat. Don't worry, chat. I'm putting a cap on it. So yeah, hey, if I'm sus, oh well, I guess I'm sus. But yeah,
You are sus.
Yeah, Hey, it's fun. Hey,
We're
So-
all sus. Who gives a shit?
We also have like lots of activities for the because apparently I know a lot of people in Florida,
Ooh.
and
Ooh.
Well, it's because
So-
he knows how to network, unlike
Right.
the rest of us.
we're gonna meet up with Scooter at some point.
Hey, I get to make fun of the
Ooh.
Cowboys. Hey,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's go.
He's only an hour away, so he's probably gonna drive to the house and just hang with us or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what our schedule is gonna. We'll talk about it when Thursday night. And then Marcus Frisk. I don't know if you know who that is. He's an MLB The Show guy. He used to work with El Gato. He wants to play blitzball one of the mornings, or actually anytime. So, have you ever seen blitzball? It's like wiffle ball with crazy pitches and
Yeah.
stuff.
Ooh, okay.
And then
It's
I have a
nuts.
friend out that lives in Sanford that has a farm that wants me to go by. So we might go by there Sunday or
Points
something.
down
like
at the
that.
farm, y'all.
Yeah.
And then
And
then Emp Lemon's coming onto the race on Saturday with us too.
yeah. So and then my son will be with me. He's a big Emp Lemon fan.
Oh, is this
so-
the he just went to college son? Or?
No. This is Caleb. He's still in
Okay.
high school. So
So
he's a big Emp Lemon fan. I haven't told him that Emp is confirmed yet, so it'll be like a surprise on Thursday.
so
Nice.
if you're 5 points, is he half points? Or
he's
sorry, two,
he's
two-
1.5 points.
Honestly,
the other
yeah.
one, I guess, is 3.5.
Just call him baggage. We'll put him in the trunk.
Oh, that's funny.
'Cause I feel for that kid because he's just gonna hear nothing but YouTube shit the whole time. It's like,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
no, Dad, I don't want to hear this stuff anymore.
YouTube, and a bunch of weird sounds.
Nah,
and all
he's
so
he's
imagine.
actually he'll be really involved. Like he likes people talking. He's pretty social, so you might learn some really interesting facts.
That's the thing that's-
He's not like nerdy about it. He's not like, hey, did you know that Phoenicians are from Phoenix? Like he's not like that. So he's fine.
I've always wondered like this, and I've wondered what's it like. Like some kids are like, oh, I definitely want to be a YouTuber one day. Is that more like, no, I don't want to go into the family business, or what is that?
They just laugh. They think it's absurd that that's my job. Like, especially the older one. He's like, yeah, you're my dad's a YouTuber. Like, he's just found it really funny because I used to be like a corporate, asshole. Can I cuss? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you're good,
I've
man.
been saying F-bombs left and right. They
I
would've
was
slapped me
like a
first one.
suited up businessman every day, and then now I just talk shit about sports. And then the younger one is really into YouTube. Like he consumes a lot of YouTube content. I think he would like to be like he's really visual too. So like I've asked him to try to edit for me, but like getting him to do anything, like he's not really motivated to
Editing's
do
like
that.
a pain in the ass, though.
Yeah.
Man. It's tough to really get in that zone.
Yeah, editing is something you just really have to want. Like it's a task that you put up with. Like I get that some people do it for a living and they love doing it and they really hone their
Well,
craft.
the
For me
ones
as a
that are-
YouTuber, I put up with it. Like I like the end product, but I don't like the process.
It's just
unfortunately,
time
of
consuming.
editing.
That's the problem.
Yeah. I love the end product, but someone like Danny that does it for a living, like I don't know if you end up liking it after a while, but
I've seen him do it
I
at his
mean,
job. Yeah, I've seen him.
I'm not like the target audience for what I edit for, but I know how to do it. I know how to make it right. So
I was thinking,
I mean, it's all a specialized skill. Like for what you do, obviously, you're not going to be doing crazy jump cuts and transitions and zoom in, zoom outs, and I don't know if it's the style that we do, but I know that you're very good at what you do for sure, and you're very effective at what you do because
I wanted to,
changed that channel, haven't you, since you've been involved in it?
so actually, like I just don't like to say who I work for just because I don't know what people would think about it. So I just don't talk about that. But they moved me around from 2 different channels with them. So I started with one, I took it over, got it to 100,000 subscribers. Now that one has a new manager who's running that one. I run another channel that's more news oriented, and I think that one's grown really well. When I took it over, it was like in the 150,000 range. Now I think we're almost at 400,000. We reached 375,000 on that one just the other day. So that one's growing strong.
Very nice.
Baller.
Yeah. And Jared, what, you were gonna ask something?
Oh no, I was gonna go back a little bit, talking about Daytona for this weekend. One thing when it comes to drivers is they're really open. Like when we were in Indy, Ryan Blaney walked up to Eric and was like, "Hey, it's Eric Estep from Out of the Groove, dude. I watch your show every week." Like,
Really?
they're really chill people, dude.
I
Plus,
want
it's
to
like-
ask. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, we know like a few people like in the garage. Well, a little more a few, but we know like some people who are like really good friends with different drivers too. So it's like you can sort of like network through that. It's they're really open. I don't know how to be this weekend.
We know people in the garage who like us. We also know people in the garage who hate us.
It happens. It happens.
Well, dude, it's inevitable. You're gonna get hated wherever you go. So
Yeah.
But I will say outside the track, like there's plenty of people who are gonna
Oh gosh, like
plan time extra.
You will get recognized. Me and Jared and we are still smaller in comparison to some people. But me and Jared we took a lot of pictures. I was holding a pizza box and was stopped going to my seat, and someone asked me to sign a hat, and another guy asked me to sign a shirt, holding pizza, and I'm signing an autograph on a shirt.
That's pretty impressive.
The life.
What was I gonna say? I had a question, but now I'm starting to forget it.
Well, now you're having dreams of you doing an autograph while holding pizza.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want someone to autograph my pizza, like on the pizza itself in a.
Oh yeah, it's like Kurt Busch. Can you autograph my pizza?
Now I can't eat this. Oh, I was gonna ask.
I don't know, True. You might not like him. He's a Cubs fan.
Well, I mean, that's what I said. Kurt Busch. He has a reputation of being an ass.
Is there a high? I remember my question now. Is there a high pit lizard content in Daytona?
That's not as prevalent as it used to be.
There's a Hooters across the street.
Yeah, there's a Hooters across the street though, so it's fun to.
But no, don't worry. We're only going for the chicken wings, boys.
Right.
Exactly.
You know how Hooters was started?
Oh, Danny.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. You go to that Hooters, you're getting zero service there. I can tell you
It's
that.
Hooters.
Yeah, well, that's Hooters. You're not going for the service. You're going for the chicken wings.
I mean, she finally took me and my wife's order after everyone else was getting their food. I don't know what her deal was with us, but she just forgot about us.
She gave Slap her number though, at least. So at least there's that.
Oh,
what?
Yeah. At least there's that.
Listen, do you know how Hooters was started?
No.
Some guy was like, "What do you mean I can't bring my kid into this strip club?" And then he was like, "All right, I'm starting Hooters."
The American dream.
Yeah. The other thing with Hooters is the servers are always going to be terrible because you're still going to tip them the same anyway.
Yeah,
so you're like, all right,
you're not doing it for service. You're doing it for the figure.
I don't think Danny tipped anything though. I don't think he tipped anything.
No.
Actually,
the last dude. I mean, if it was that bad, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
The last time I went to a Hooters, we got the pregnant waitress, which was like, oh.
Down bad Slap more than made up for my non-tip.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now,
I don't know. Maybe some dudes are into that fetish.
Yeah, maybe
that's probably why she's working.
Now, really quick, guys. I don't want to hold you guys up too long. We also have another race tonight, the NASCAR Weekly Podcast 400. We have Schemes, 5 Points, and Tree in the race as well. How familiar are you two with iRacing in general? Like, have you seen just the racing and stuff on there? Or?
I've seen some racing on there. Yeah.
I want to iRace. I have the wheel set up. Like, it's right here. It's like I've been playing F1.
I have my controller set up for it.
No, you need one of those. Have you ever seen the dude that makes the wheel onto his controller?
Yeah.
That's like. But no, I have the wheel and the pedals and everything. But you can't run iRacing on a Mac, or I'd have to emulate it. And so that means that I have to buy another PC. So I bought the kids a PC, but like I want to race. Like, it's fun. F1 game. Man, it is really difficult when you do it on serious career mode. Like, it is hard, man. Like, you got to learn the track, and when you go online, it's a little bit more fun because they have a little guide and you can knock people out of the way.
Yeah.
That's fun. But no, I would love to iRace, but my favorite thing though is Moon Car when
that's funny.
That's also very funny. I like seeing that. But I'm gonna watch the race tonight because I'm gonna root for my car out there, especially because I want it to beat Tree's car. That's
my car's winning. Have you seen the paint design of my car? It looks.
Well, I mean, Tree does have Ryan Blaney's number on it. I mean, he did win last week, so you know.
Mine is so unique. It's got my face on it.
Yeah.
It's just your face.
That's on the hood. It's just my face.
That's a good design, man.
It is, yeah.
Hey, Bugs Bunny made a career out of that.
Now, watch mine be the only one that's in such a bad crash. The hood goes flying off. It doesn't even matter no more.
And you just be going around with an open hood.
Right.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I'm watching the pre-race right now. How much money is the prize pool?
Over
tonight?
$1,000.
Depending on what YouTube takes out, it's going to be about 1,000.
Yeah.
I know it's about 30% for the YouTube cut. And what it should be, if the hood's up, it should just have your skull as the engine.
Yeah.
There you go. That's creative, you know.
Well, I've never seen.
it's
I've
enjoyable.
never seen what that looks like, and I don't want to either. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking like just the base of it, not like real, but
Yeah. Well, again, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight's podcast, Tree and 5 Points. Don't want to hold you guys up too long. We
No
have a
problem.
lot. We have a lot. We have a lot of
We're
time.
pretty
at
much,
Daytona.
we're just waiting
And-
for vacay at this
and-
point.
Hey,
Yeah.
while you're here, Tree, this is a good time to read that super chat, Darian, from
Oh.
Evan
Hold
Morosco.
on, give me a second. Evan, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Proud to be running the Tree 12. I'll be sure to turn the 6. I think it's the 5 car. It's the 5 car for sure.
Yeah, my number's 5.
Yeah,
Don't you dare.
I agree.
Go turn the
Turn
6.
the 5
Probably-
car.
that's
Turn the
Danny's
5 car.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
there's gonna be some tempers flaring tonight. That's for sure, especially with all.
Oh
that.
wait, no, don't turn to 6. That's Ryan Vargas.
Yeah, that's.
Don't
Oh
turn him.
yeah, wait, yeah. Don't turn Vargas. Yeah, he's racing tonight. He's the only professional driver in the race. Like, yeah, don't turn him. Yeah. But now, really quick, before you two go, race-winning picks for Saturday's Cup race. Who's gonna win at Daytona? 5 points in Tree.
Oh, man, that's tough.
Usually, like with super speedway, it's such a crapshoot because it
Yeah.
mostly depends on who has momentum at the end.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna pull a name out of a hat, and I'm gonna say Denny Hamlin is gonna win it
Yeah.
for some reason.
Oh,
And
Kevin
I will be
Harvick.
one- Oh, you're going
Okay.
Harvick? All
Yeah.
right, I went Hamlin.
I'll
You
go
went
last
Harvick.
year's endless winner who hasn't
Yeah.
won anything this
Didn't
year.
win a
Hamlin
championship.
hasn't won either. They both won 9 races apiece, and they haven't won a single race yet. So yeah, maybe perhaps one of those two will get their first.
But
victory.
isn't
Hamlin has,
Hamlin
like,
in the
15
playoffs
top
though?
five.
They both are.
Yeah.
They both are.
Yeah.
He
Five.
clinched on points.
Yeah, and
They
so
both
Harvick.
did, yeah.
Yeah. So they're still consistent, just not winning as much. But hey,
Yeah.
we'll see if that changes.
But hey, what's his name? Elliott won it last year. Came out of nowhere in the playoffs. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say nowhere, but he just everyone thought it was gonna be Harvick or Hamlin, you know, and
Now neither of
just
those
wasn't.
two have a win going into this one.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely can change on you really fast.
yeah, the playoff format is interesting to say the least. It's amazing how NASCAR has evolved and Formula One is basically the same, but you know they're still both interesting to me. Like I love watching both of them now.
Isn't there an F1 race on Sunday?
There is. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, so we'll be able to
finally
watch that.
back. So we might
Yeah.
we might all watch that in the morning.
Yeah.
So
I might have some money on the line in that one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to check the DraftKings on that one. But yes, 5 points in Tree. Thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Correct?
literally,
Yeah,
we'll see you
tomorrow.
guys
Oh, yeah.
tomorrow.
So
Well, tomorrow night.
Yeah,
like
tomorrow
around
night.
9:30.
Okay. Sounds
I'll see y'all Friday.
Yeah.
All right.
David and I will be driving in like Friday
Oh.
morning.
I'll see you all one day in the future.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll see you around, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna stay in your house and go fishing with you. That's what's gonna happen.
No, he's gonna
Hey.
creep up on you in the middle of the night. He'll just like sneak up behind you with his bald head shining from where your lamppost would be.
Well,
And then you try to click it, boom, brightness. From
5
the-
points. Maybe you can come here, take you fishing, and then we can go watch Titans do their thing this year.
Hey.
There you go. There you go.
Yep, Titans 1-16. Let's go, 1-16. No,
Yeah. There-
not
Give
the
them two
Titans.
wins. 2 wins.
Jags maybe.
Rams 0-17. I don't know.
I know we're just in preseason, and they're playing second string.
Yeah,
But man, it felt good seeing them embarrass the Buccaneers like that.
so-
I can't wait for the
the-
Vikings losing the championship game.
The Titans are gonna win the division. But anyways, all right, we can talk all this crap.
We will.
tomorrow.
Yes, for
We'll
sure.
see you guys.
Yep,
I'm
see,
out.
See you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Bye, guys.
Peace out,
See y'all.
boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, so now I was just checking out the numbers now. The NWP 400 pre-race show is on, just over 300 views, and we have 350 on the podcast right now. So afterwards, it's
And-
going to be crazy.
I know a lot of them want to get to watching that, so we've still got some picks to do. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
need to
Let's
do that
do
real
it.
quick.
Yeah, so we'll get
Let's
through
do
these
it.
picks really quick. Let's go over. Let's go over the Daytona preview. The Cup Series race this Saturday will be shown on NBC and on the radio MRN. You can listen to it on there. The start time is Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The Xfinity series will be on NBCSN and listened to on MRN as well. Start time for that race is Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Daytona beach weather is looking like
Daytona Beach-ish.
Yeah. I was about to say that too, like something like that. Yeah, on Friday, supposed to be a high of 89 degrees, a morning shower, and windy with a 55% chance of rain. Saturday is looking about the same, 88 degrees, thunderstorms in spots, but it's Florida, so it's no biggie. It'll definitely come and go, with a 45% chance of rain. So we'll see what happens. And also of note, the race will not be shown on many local NBC affiliates in Florida, including the local Daytona NBC affiliate. Phoenix affiliates also will not show the race as well. So yeah, that's a very interesting topic too. I mean, it's nothing new, but I am very surprised that the local NBC affiliate in Daytona won't even be showing the race. That's crazy to me. And then here are the betting odds, which I always forget to pull up.
You didn't bring up. Of
course. I always forget to bring it up. Hold on.
One job, man. Job.
It takes like literally a few seconds to pull it up, and I forget. I forget it consistently though. That's the thing. And oh my goodness, yeah, these odds look very interesting. So the top 5 odds for the 2021 Coke Zero Sugar 400. Denny Hamlin is the favorite coming in this weekend with plus 750 odds of winning. Kyle Larson is second with 1100, which is very odd because his track record there is not the best at all. And then William Byron, Joey Logano, and Chase Elliott round out the rest of the top 5 with 1,200 plus odds apiece. And some interesting underdogs. Landon Castle is like 10,000, and Corey LaJoie is plus 6,000. Eric Jones, Ryan Preece, plus 5,000. Bubba Wallace and Matty D both 2,500 plus apiece. And the final interesting one to me, the longest odds are Josh Bilicki with 25,000 plus odds to win. So, hey, if he wins, you're making bank, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens with that. But on to this year's podcast pick points. Jarrett is currently out front with 454 points in total, while the rest of the field has been trailing him for pretty much the entire season. Eric Estep is minus 48 points behind in second. The Chad is third, minus 83. I am P4. Let's go. Okay, so we're making some headway. Let's go. So P4, minus 93 behind Jarrett. The guests are P5, minus 103, and finally Danny B is 119 back.
I'm sinking in the ocean.
Yeah, so basically.
Actually, you're catching up to the guests.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, making a little bit of progress. So, hey, it's not over.
Fair.
It's not over until it's over. So we'll see what happens. But all right, boys, let's get into
this. Is a good chance for some wild cards to happen, and some movement could happen in those things.
Exactly.
All right. I will read off Eric and IDK's picks as we start each one.
Okay.
So we're going to Xfinity here?
Yep, go ahead.
Yes.
Both of them got Noah Gragson.
Oh, that's not a surprise. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
All
right. So, Jared, you want to go first? Go ahead.
Sure. I'm going to do the guy I talked about in the lightning round. That 54 car has been stout, and I think Christopher Bell is going to get it done.
Danny?
I can't believe I'm saying this. I've looked up how he's done at super speedways, and it's kind of hit or miss. But I'm going to say he shocks the world, and I'm actually not joking, Riley Herbst.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, for sure. My pick, I'm going to go with a colleague car. You guys know their track record on the super speedways is unmatched. They're like the DEI of the Xfinity series nowadays, it seems like sometimes, with the way they work together. I'm going to say Justin Haley pulls off a victory at Daytona. And as we look in the chat, I see like a good mix. I see Haley in there, who I just picked. I see one AJ. Let's see. Annette, I see. Yeah, some people are they're reacting to the Herbst pick. They're like, Herbst? Why would you? Like, hey, it's Daytona. Anybody's
he finished fourth in that race a year ago, and he finished fourth at Talladega this year.
I'm seeing a lot of Haley.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Haley right now.
Yeah, it looks like it's Justin Haley.
Oh yeah, Justin Haley. Yeah, play Haley down. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Okay, and now moving on to Cup Series picks.
All right, so suck pick. IDK didn't put his in, but Eric did. He's got Kyle Larson sucking this week.
So do I. Pick. I have Kyle Larson sucking as well.
I also have Kyle Larson sucking. That dude is lucky if he ever finishes a super speedway race.
Danny, please forgive me. I have Alex Bowman sucking this week.
No, he is also lucky if he ever finishes the super speedway race.
Yeah, but every time somebody picks him, every time Danny picks him as a sucky driver, he wins. So never mind. But yeah.
Well, it is the week after Danny went to a race, so maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
He might be set up for 2 in a row because I went 2 in a row. So
yeah.
If he wins this week, I'm just gonna send you a video of just me laughing for 3 solid minutes straight.
Yeah.
And then I want you to react to it so I can put that reaction on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that'll do it for the suck picks.
Oh, we got to get the chat.
Oh yeah, that's right. The chat. Oh, of course.
Can you forget them?
I'm assuming they're just. Well, no, they haven't. Only a few have picked Larson. I see. I see Truex. Yeah, I see some for Truex. That's understandable too. Yeah, Truex has never won on a super speedway in Cup. I don't think.
No, he hasn't.
I see a lot of Truexes.
I see Truex and Larson.
Yeah.
I see a little Larson.
Yeah, I see those two duking it up. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like a neck and neck right now, but.
I say give it to.
Wait. There's a lot more coming in.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Well. Probably should get this going here. I'd say.
I'm gonna say
I'd give
Truex. I'm saying more Truex.
Yeah, I'm starting to see some Truex pop up. So yeah.
MTJ.
Yeah, MTJ is gonna suck. All right.
Our
underdog picks.
For underdog, Eric has Austin Dillon. IDK didn't leave his. So.
Okay.
Who's it? What's that noise?
Oh, I don't hear anything.
I don't know.
It's probably from your end. Then hold on.
Yeah.
I'll mute my mic and see if it's me.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. I don't know. I don't hear anything in here going on.
It's good on my end.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably me then.
All right, but underdog picks. I'm gonna go with Michael McDowell. I mean, he's obviously a proven winner here in the past. I mean, he's already locked in, so there's not much of an urgency to, like, oh, I must win this race and stuff. So, but I think he'll still end up with a solid finish. So, Michael McDowell.
I'm gonna go with his teammate Anthony Alfredo. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the guy that was announced this week to be driving for colleague. I'm going to go with Kaz Grala.
Yep. Okay. So
what do we got for the chat?
Let's see. I see some Jones, Stenhouse, Newman, Suarez, of course. Yeah, don't forget about him. See a couple Bubbas.
I'm saying more 43.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of 43s, and it's from different accounts, too.
Remember, that can't be your win pick then.
Yeah, I'm seeing more 43s at the moment. So,
yeah,
Eric Jones.
I'm saying 43s.
Yeah.
All right, Eric Jones it is.
You guys made your bed. Now you got to lay in it. So, we'll see who you guys... who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to be your winners picks at Daytona this weekend? Jarrett?
All right.
Who's going to win?
So, we got Eric's pick, which is Eric Jones, and IDK's pick is Eric Almirola. Well, I am not going to continue the Eric trend. I instead gonna trust my gut, gonna trust the stats, gonna trust the betting odds, gonna trust my girlfriend, Denny Hamlin.
I am gonna say Denny Hamlin will be up there. So will his Joe Gibbs teammates, but they are all locked in. There's one top Toyota guy who's not. They're gonna be pushing and blocking for their life to get Bubba Wallace that win at Daytona.
Yeah, I'm going to say Bubba Wallace. Based off of his performances on the super speedways this year, got his first career stage win at Talladega, as a matter of fact. And those all of his Toyota affiliated teammates are pretty much locked in, so they'll definitely be helping him out when the opportunity comes for sure. So Bubba Wallace, hopefully he wins.
And right now the chat is a mixture of a lot of things.
Yeah.
The moment of truth.
Yeah, the moment of truth, chat. Who's gonna win, chat, at Daytona? I see. Well, 23s. I'd see.
I'm saying a lot of Bubba and Matt DiBenedetto so far.
Yeah, one of those two. Yeah, I mean, it's looking. Well, it's a little mixed now. Every time I think it's one, it automatically pops up with a bunch of other names.
I'm saying a lot of Reddick and Bubba and also Hamlin.
Newman too. I see a few of his names in there.
I'm saying more of those other three than I'm Newman.
Yeah. Now
I'm seeing
it's caught up.
Matty D.
Yeah, I see some Matty D's there.
It might make it easier to say the name instead of the number because those numbers get mixed in a little bit.
I do see a bunch of 23. It's between Bubba and Matty D at this point. I'm looking. Yeah, it's between those two. It's hard to tell.
I think they're going with Matty D, personally.
Yeah, that's low key what it's looking like. Yeah,
I think we should give him Matty D.
You might as well. Yep, you guys. Yep, made your pick.
Chat
Matty
pick
D.
Is Matt to bet. So hold on a second. Am I the only one that's picked, like, aside from Tree and 5 points? I'm the only one that's picked anyone who's actually been any good this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Oh,
So hey, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so that'll conclude podcast picks. And
I'll be right back.
All right, before we get going, I will do my final read of super chats. Hopefully, I get them all done in time. If not, I apologize. So I will be starting right now. Let me pull them up.
I'm gonna mute myself so you can read all.
All right, cool. Thank you very much. Okay, let me scroll back down to where I started. Okay. All right. Yes. Seto, Real Dragon with the $5 super chat. Boo Harvick being back. David Hoots. Kibaku Corp will pay big money. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't say that. But yeah, I appreciate the $5. Tyler Tinsley, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. Good luck tonight. Good luck to you as well. And then Evan with the $20 super chat. Appreciate it, man. And then TVP again with another super chat, the $67 one. Appreciate it. We're at just over $1,100 now for tonight's NWP race purse. Yep, that should be fun. Lynn with the $5 super chat. My metal benders and I found Darian's house unaccompanied upon arrival with a note from someone named Father Sidious saying the dark side protects Darian. Yep, thank you guys so much. I'm still trying to get those all of those Star Wars references since I watched them. I'm doing my best. Ethan with the $5 super chat. Ryan Blaney is the new closer. Hey, maybe all of his wins are shocking late race passes, or you could say they're Mickey wins and piss off the Blaney fans easily. So yeah, you can say that too. But no. In all seriousness, yeah, it definitely has a bright future. Alex with the $10 super chat. Look, Riley has ran 2 good races the last 2 weeks. True. I also apologize for bashing him. I bash guys who I think underperform in their cars. So Riley is safe for this week. Yeah, exactly. Man, we give him his props whenever he runs well. So yeah, good for him.
I want him to run well.
Yeah.
I hope he becomes the 2020s version of Austin Cindric.
Exactly. And then PTM Billy with the $5 super chat. Was the caution for rain a precaution because of what happened in New Hampshire? And
100%.
Yeah. And would that caution have been called without the incident at New Hampshire?
I don't think it would have.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
Yeah. So better to be safe than sorry. Tarza with the $5 super chat. Kurt Busch did a decent job in the booth despite the leaderboard outage. I think he has a bright future in the booth. Kurt Busch does. I don't know if it'll be for Cup, Xfinity, but he has a bright future. I really enjoy his commentary. Weatherboy at the $5 super chat. Michigan race had 3,608 green flag passes with Gen 6 only from 2015 to I want to say 20 it doesn't have the rest of the years here. I want to say 2019 had, or no, excuse me. Okay. Yeah, only 2015 race 2, I get it now, had more passes with 3,889. Second most lead changes in the Gen 6 era, 20. Only 2013 race 1 at Michigan had more with 22. Interesting stats. Sorry, it took me a while to get the references there.
Good.
Chris St. John with a $5 super chat. I just want to say thank you guys for being an inspiration to start my very own page on Instagram and a podcast about NASCAR, and hoping to start a YouTube channel as well very soon. Thank you for supporting us. Really appreciate it. And remember, just have fun with it. Have fun. Almost done, I promise. Whiskey_Foxy31 with the $5 super chat. Auto Club on my birthday. Oh, NASCAR, you guys, y'all are too kind to me. That's cool. And then let's see, Bernie Race Fan with the $5 super chat. Need David Hoots back. The current race director calls races like an intoxicated individual. Oh, jeez. They call it too early for darkness. Don't throw for debris. That's debatable, but yeah. There are some calls that they do get wrong, and it seems to be more prevalent than in years past. That's for sure. Bush Brothers fan with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Ryan Moore with the $5 super chat. Kyle Larson easily has one of the best paint schemes in the last decade or so this weekend. Changed my mind. I forgot what he's running, but I have to check it out. I'll definitely check it out for sure. Continue with C with the $2 super chat. Good luck, guys, in the NWP 400. Rooting for you, Eric. So Eric's not really running it, but his scheme will be in
car.
there. Yeah, his car. So you see his face. And you can root for his face in the race. That's for sure. And then Race Fan with another $5 super chat. Hurry up, we paid money. That is your priority. Hey, we're doing the best we can. I promise. That one guy didn't know with the $5 super chat. When I'm not racing, I'm personalizing. Just like how Carvana lets you personalize your finance. Yeah, those Jimmy commercials. They're all over the place. And then TVP with another $50 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. Jared, very, very unprofessional. For what part? I'm trying to think for what part
I
of the shot.
probably cussed or something.
Yeah, probably so. And then Alex with the $2 super chat. Lionel sent me 10 more diecast. My collection grows. You'd love to see it. And then Jacob the Wizard with two $5 super chats. Appreciate it. The first one says nothing. The second one says, going to my first NASCAR race in 6 year this week. That is freaking awesome. And hopefully we see you there. Tyler Tinsley with the $5 super chat. Hope Tree, 5 points. Eric and Jarrett. Like the cars I designed for them for the 400.
I love it.
P.S. Darian, please get a wheel. LOL. I promise I will get a wheel very soon. I will.
I'm low key considering getting that made as a diecast. I'm getting a second one and sending it to you.
Yeah.
Because I love it that much.
It's awesome. And then Race Fan with the $5 super chat here, 90,000 approximately. He was talking about the, I believe about the Coliseum capacity and stuff. So I believe that. And Evan, we already read your super chat earlier. And then the final one comes from 45M Mini Stock. With the $5 super chat, but it says NZD amount. What is that? NZD?
New Zealand.
Okay, New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand currency. Wow, fans all the way from out there. Really appreciate it, bro. Everyone's sleeping on Hemrick. Yeah, perhaps.
Am I wrong? But aren't people from New Zealand known, or are they the ones who are known as Kiwis? I believe.
Yeah. Josh Raquel told us that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah. Sam Neal's from there.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Dr. Grant.
Two more super chats and then we're done. Keegan with the $5 super chat. I had a blast at Michigan after 23 Cup races attended across 16 different tracks. Whoa, you've been all over. I have finally got to see my favorite driver win. Hey, that's awesome, dude. And Keegan, you've been a long-time supporter since 2018. I recognize names instantly and really appreciate that. And now the final super chat, fittingly so, from Hot Piss with the $2 super chat. That's his name. Who will be driving the Penske Xfinity car next season? Very interesting.
Matty D.
Yeah, maybe Matty D. I mean, he drives for an affiliate in the Cup Series, basically, and maybe I'm just gonna say Matty D right now. So that's my answer. And that'll do it for the end of super chats. Whew, we got all those read. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight's edition of the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. Next week, we are back on Wednesday, September 1st on Eric Esep's channel, back in our usual time slot, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time. Also, be sure to join us after the show on IDK Players channel.
Go rate his channel, baby.
Yes, go rate his channel right now if you have to, as we will be there for the NASCAR Weekly Podcast 400 at Talladega with Gen 4 cars. I believe the Open is kicking off very shortly.
Right now.
Yeah, it's about to kick off right now. And we will be joined at the track by YouTubers, UrinatingTree, 5 Points Vids, and Amp Lemon at Daytona this weekend. Tree and 5 Points. They'll also be on the show next weekend to basically review their weekend at Daytona.
And if you're listening to this after, watching it after, you can also go to IDK's channel to watch this race. It's gonna be a banger. So, yes. Man, this was fun. I can't wait. I love these doubleheader nights.
This was one of the funnest podcasts we have ever done, period. This was amazing. Thank you guys so much for the energy in the chat, on the stream. It was a blast. Definitely, for sure.
And yeah, Darian, do you have IDK's link in the description?
I will in a moment. I will put his link in the description once we get off of here, for sure. And
all right, just easily go to IDK Player. You'll find
yeah.
Well.
And yeah, I gotta rush off here too. Yeah, I have to rush off here. I have a race to do.
Load out.
Oh, it cut out again. But anyways, that'll do it for another edition of the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Black Flags Matter. Catch you next time. And goodbye.